what is your hatred for John Cena?
Yo, when Hulk Hogan takes a rock bottom better than you, there's a problem. There's a problem. My man. All right, so give me the camera.
One rock bottom.
Yo, no, it's more than that. Show, give me the camera. I got the fucking camera. Kenny, I'm gonna have to do it for you. I'm gonna give you the whole spiel. He came out as a prototype. Whatever. You know, he slaps Kurt Angle. Ruthless aggression. I'm not into that. Whatever. He comes out as a rapper. I'm like, okay, all right, I could dig it. You know, he's from Boston, so that's a strike. You know, us New Yorkers, we don't fuck with Boston too much, but you know what? I'll look over that. He's doing his thing. Something original. Some I could, you know, there's something different. It's entertaining. Comes around, and my man has a choice between The Big Show, Kane, or Shawn Michaels. And he gives the most pussiest promo I've ever heard in my life. I will never forgive this. And he's on some, well, you know, I don't want to fight The Big Show because, you know, he's a huge guy. And, you know, you got the big red machine. Who wants to fight him? And Shawn Michaels is a legend. Fuck that, bro. You already beat all these motherfuckers already.
Her return on SmackDown.
Okay.
So I definitely read some rumors about that.
Because for whatever reason, and I don't know Cody's reason, you turn around and go back, and people are gonna be, you destroyed thrones, and you go back? We have been doing this shit for ages, and he still doesn't know how to take it right. Trust me. That's it. I got you. My man, he collapsed with the kick.
That's what I was doing. That's the way he didn't collapse during the sun. It was the kick.
He's not even in his fucking chair when he gets in this fucking thing. He's not even in his fucking chair.
Yeah, but he goes. Oh!
There he goes.
Both matches without the wrestlers were in the tape.
And on that note, everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood.
I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right. And I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit! That's right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm bar, get the foam bar, get around with the bomb with the bomb bar.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
And we are back, and I've been entrusted to do this here as we have a very special guest, a man I know very well, one of my good brothers in this business, finally making his official wrestling return at Wrestlers Lab Showabunga to Mecca Mayhem. It is the game changer himself, Big Game Leroy.
Hello, y'all. Ooh, wow, that was good. That was a good pop. Good pop. Big pop. All right, we love that.
All right.
Thank you, Ray.
Oh, what's going on, brother? What's going on?
Thanks for having me.
Ray was like,
over the camera.
Why is Ray on the big screen? First he takes my hair, now he does this.
Word.
Wow.
I know when Gigi comes back, that's exactly what she's gonna say, because she's mad because I dyed my hair red.
Yeah.
Even though Leroy would know this though. This is not the first time I dye my hair red.
He has been a redhead before.
Thank you, Leroy. See,
but he hasn't been a redhead within the Knucklehead network, and that's the problem. Because
that does sound very specific, Ray. And I mean, you might have to hold the L on that, bro. You might have to hold the L on that.
And I would just like to say, Ray, this is why you're still the intern.
Yep.
I give you the opportunity to do the intro, and after that 45-minute video package, you sit here and you go, "Mi gente, we have a very special guest." Like, yo, bro, we are not reading a book. You sit here and you come in here and you go, it is fucking Thursday night, and you know what that means? It's Wrestle with Knuckleheads, and we got big game fucking Leroy on the fucking show.
All right, yeah, that's nice.
Fucking
Yeah, I like that.
in it, Ray. I want to see the vein pop out of your fucking neck.
We need to see
This is
that
big
vein.
game Leroy.
And the ones that Goldberg be having.
That's right.
We need those veins.
Shit. You want your hair red? Fill it with blood,
That's
Ray.
crazy, Ray. He just kind of sunned you. Also, Ray, you didn't tell me you were an intern. I didn't know you were an intern. He told me he wasn't an intern.
He's an intern.
He's an intern, Ray.
He's our intern.
That's what you told me yesterday. What we all right? We'll talk about that.
I thought we were moving past that. Like again, I just went through hell this weekend. I thought, you know what? There was
You didn't
a
go through
little bit of
enough.
slack.
That's right.
Just a little bit of slack.
Also, Ray, can we talk about that? Like, we are wrestling. Like, so I wasn't around in New York in the weekend, but so I was like, oh, there's no way Ray's gonna show up there. That's just some clickbait. Ray's not gonna pull up. Ray's not gonna hit the ring. And then you hit the ring. Like,
I was hoping it would just be clickbait. It was like, hey, let's sell some last minute tickets. Everything's gonna be fine. And no, apparently Shane Fair had my intro ready for some reason.
Oh,
I had intro music.
Did you have music?
I did have music,
Yeah,
which
it wasn't good. It was just
because it was Britney Spears for some reason, and it was "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time."
Oh, that would have been good. They played that.
Yes.
Like, listen, we love Britney Spears, but I did not think that was your mood. You know,
I never selected that song.
I would have made your entrance music. I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my
I was never asked for said song because I wasn't planning on being out there.
Damn, I didn't even hear that.
This is pro wrestling. You should expect the unexpected at this point.
That's right.
Yeah, he's not.
I should know that, especially by who I trained under and all that. But
just like how we didn't expect Big Game to call out Big Moth in that tournament. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody expected that. Now, what you want a rematch, a death match, right? That's what I heard. A steel cage death match with electricity and shit.
Death match, you know,
with electricity and piranhas.
Can we put like
the
like they had in WCW, like the tasers, and then you got to climb the cage to grab it, and then you know. Yeah,
the match they had on
that. When Pete could afford all that, we got you.
All right, there you go.
You help fund that. You make sure Pete gets his deposit, and I'm sure he'll get right on that.
Yeah, if I'm gonna fund a match, it's gonna be a street match. We don't know the rules of a street match, but two sides of the ring is not gonna have any ropes, and there's gonna be a car going back and forth, just because we gotta emulate the street. We got diamond wrestling.
Do I gotta worry about getting hit by the car? Do I win or lose if I get hit by the car? Like, there's too many questions I got after that.
I hate you.
Is it like when we played back in the day where we're like, oh, car?
Yep. That's what it's like.
Okay. So I wrestle. Oh, car, my fault.
Yep. Boom. That's it.
We keep going. And then,
there you go.
No.
All right. Hold on. Wait. All right. So before we go any further, Big Game, what we do here is do 6 rapid questions to break the ice. They're stupid questions. Answer them however you want. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. That was not one of them, just so you know. All right. Number
At
one.
This point, it should turn into the 7, so that way.
I was gonna say.
But we gotta keep them. We gotta keep them on their toes. You know,
okay.
he was a little too comfortable. All right, number 1. We all know about the woodchuck, but how scary would it be if a grasshopper started chucking wood?
Not scary at all, because I don't think they can throw it that far.
Okay, all right. Goku or Vegeta?
Goku.
Get him out of here, right?
Vegeta only beat him like once. Goku's beat him every other time.
Vegeta had to figure everything out on his own.
Okay.
So did Goku.
Vegeta's an elite Saiyan.
Vegeta's the old school guy at the gym.
He had everything
figuring out workouts by himself while you got fucking Goku over here in the thing with YouTube videos on. Like, oh, I'm gonna do this like this.
YouTube videos. You think Goku's smart enough to figure out how to work YouTube? Come on.
Shit, they had to give him all his powers.
Give him his
wow. Yeah, man.
Vegeta had to cry to become Super Saiyan. I don't want to hear about that. Vegeta was
listen, a real man cries. Real men cry.
Like, Goku was avenging his friend. Vegeta was just crying because he was insecure.
Listen, man, he worked that hard for somebody to give Goku all his powers. It's not fair, man. You know how many planets he destroyed? You think it's easy to destroy planets?
That doesn't make me feel better about the guy.
Yeah, it kind of makes me want to pick Goku more.
Those planets sucked. They didn't have any stakes there. But all right, number 3. How come we never had a system that lived up to the Sega Dreamcast?
Ooh, that's tough. The Sega Dreamcast was one of a kind. I do think that there's a lot of systems that have been done a lot of things better than the Dreamcast in other ways, but the Dreamcast had some really good original games. And the fact that you know that is all of their games ended up getting remade for the Xbox or the GameCube.
Yeah.
And even then they still didn't hit the same because Sonic Adventure 2 is better on the Dreamcast. The remake just don't hit the same. Jet Grind Radio was better on the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
It's the games. The answer is the games, you know?
Yeah. The Dreamcast was, I think, my favorite system ever. Most innovative.
Yeah.
The memory cards had screens on them. So when you played football, you pick the play you want and no one sees it. They don't even have that now.
Yeah. That was like the with the Wii U gamepad kind of thing, like they almost had, like Nintendo had once. They were ahead of their time. They were trying to cook. They were too ahead of their time, though. I think that was the issue. They were trying to cook, and everybody was like, "No, just stop, chill out."
For real. So we all agree it's Ray's fault.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So
Ray, you should have bought more Dreamcasts.
That's right, Ray.
I'm sorry. I thought I did.
You cheap mofo.
I also don't think I was around for the Dreamcast, but that's
what? You see, this
Ray,
why he's still intern.
That doesn't mean anything.
Ray,
you know,
when you're in the
you know how many
womb,
conventions there are out there for that has all the game systems?
Oh no, I've bought one
You're making
since.
excuses, Raymond.
No, I've bought one since. I'm just saying, like, to be able to make it like profitable. I wasn't there.
Ray, while you were in the womb, you were supposed to telekinetically tell your mom to buy a Dreamcast.
That's right.
I fucked up. I'm sorry.
You did. Because 2K, every version of 2K, NFL, NBA, NHL, all the 2Ks was the best 2Ks you can ever play on the Dreamcast.
Okay.
He didn't even know that Dreamcast started out with the 2Ks. Look at this.
I did not actually like that. That was just saying,
That's where sports games started, man.
Yeah, the only thing that they did bad on the Dreamcast was the wrestling games.
Oh,
They had that.
Which wrestling games did they port over there?
They had the Royal Rumble game where you could be like 52 Rikishis. There was only like 12 people on the roster. It was like, damn, son, y'all motherfuckers got lazy on this one.
Yeah, damn, that was like post No Mercy too. Like, how you fucking up after that?
For real. All right. Number 4, right? That's number 4. If Burger King and McDonald's combined forces to make a burger that mixed the Whopper and the Big Mac together, what would be the name of it?
Big McWhopper.
The Big McWhopper. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I'm over here thinking Whop Mac.
I'm not gonna lie. That is also the first thing that came to my head. It was like, what? Like the best part of both, I guess.
Fair enough.
Well, then, I feel like that also exists. Like people have just like in these crazy like secret menu things, just combine these shits anyway.
Oh yeah, right. Like, so I got to go up to the McDonald's and be like, hey, McWhop. And then they just pull out like a secret thing from underneath the thing or whatever.
Word. They call the guy and the guy's like, I got you.
he's got to go on the walkie like, we got a McWhop.
Word. Code 6. Whoop, whoop.
Special order.
Word, right? Shit. All right. Number 5. Now, this one, we're going to pull back the curtain a little bit in the wrestling industry. We're going to get everybody a chance to see the behind the scenes, Ray, history lesson here. Will you be the first one to admit that the original hammerlock is when you hit someone with a hammer and a lock at the same time?
Sure. Let's go with that. I don't think I was ready for that absurdness, but yeah.
I wasn't either. I was like,
there's always one question that throws everybody off.
Word.
That would be his question for the night.
The best part of that is like it went so good. Like, I was about to ask a really interesting question. Like, okay, we're going into the
So
hammer
we're
lock.
wrestling
Yeah,
And
he was
then-
pulling the
yeah.
curtain, and I was like
Nice.
expecting him to ask something else, but I was like, oh, okay.
But yeah,
This-
so there you go.
This direction we went in. All right,
We're gonna
cool.
we're gonna break kayfabe a bit. Yes, it was you used to hit
Yeah.
someone with a hammer, then proceeded with the lock. That's how the hammer lock became a thing.
Word.
Yeah.
And then they invented the master lock, and they said, you know what? That's better for a submission hold.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's how it all went down.
And
Yep.
fucked it up for everybody.
Yep. There you go.
All right. And then number 6, the last question.
Okay.
Donald Duck and Daffy Duck get into a fight. But in the background, Goofy and Bugs Bunny are going at it. Who's winning that fight?
Which one? Wait, so Donald and Daffy are going at it, but then the background you said Bugs and who?
Goofy.
And Goofy?
Yeah.
So which fight am I like?
Bugs and Goofy.
Bugs and Goofy. Wait, so what does Donald and Daffy have to do with this fight?
Absolutely nothing.
They're fighting in
you're
the front.
distracting me.
Yeah.
Also, why are we mixing Looney Tunes and Disney together?
Yeah, how did we get here? That's just like
Did
What
we
kind of
take another
crossover?
trip down to Roger Rabbit?
This.
Donald Duck and Daffy Duck are gangsters.
Okay.
oh,
They don't walk
yeah.
around with
But
pants.
somehow,
I'm
But
gonna go
again,
with
Bugs
Bugs.
and Goofy.
I'm gonna go
Goofy.
with Bugs because Bugs is like he'll cross dress, he'll get pull guns out of thin air, he'll do whatever. Bugs will do anything to win. Goofy is just he's kind of silly, like he'll kind of rock with anything, but I think Bugs will outsmart him every day of the week.
You think Bugs can escape the perfect cast?
I think Bugs will cross dress and convince Goofy that he's his long lost wife, and then he'll take him home, and then Bugs will like slit his throat. once they get
Damn,
home.
give him chlamydia and shit.
I mean, I ain't feeling that.
I mean,
Wow.
What?
Listen, we're going
How
there.
did we? How did we?
this
What?
He cross-dressed as a woman and took him home. You wouldn't think that he'll give him a $150 to the throat. You think he'll fucking give him chlamydia or something.
I mean, I was saying the $150 to the like I was like, yeah, just you know.
I mean, that's faster.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
it doesn't matter. It's like,
I'm the
that's
one
long game. Like
that needs
yeah,
to be
wait
put
for
to a
that. Yeah,
table.
wait for that.
No,
You
you
know?
still need to get put to the table,
Word.
but so
But
does he.
After what he just said, I'm
Yo.
the one that
Listen,
needs to get-
Listen, I know a lot of great people that be more than happy to help me, not only with you, but also with him. All
Listen,
right?
I used to be a doctor, and these are brain exercises.
I can see why it's used to and not currently.
Yeah, because medicine got too convoluted.
Clearly.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
medicine
that's
Right.
was the thing.
Yeah,
that-
no,
What?
because they want me to push these pills, and I'm not a pull pusher, a pull pusher. You know what I'm saying? Like I could stand in the corner pushing pills. I'm over here. I'm trying to get people healthy and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah,
I
hear that,
apologize
hear
for
that.
my-
Shit.
I
The only disease I haven't cured yet was stupidity.
That's because it lives within you.
Listen, when you said it, I was gonna say, listen, I don't want to.
It lives
said it before
within
I
you. You are-
Again, we apologize for our friend Toe
we
here.
do. We apologize for our
What's
friend.
going on, Leroy? What's going on?
What's
man?
up,
It's been
Leroy?
a while.
Yeah,
been a
yes. So I passed the 6 questions, I think, with flying
Yes,
colors.
yes,
You're
yes.
good.
Oh,
You
man.
somehow
And you haven't
survived.
left.
You got
Thank you
the
for staying.
you got your gold coins with that one. You got everything there.
Yeah. High score and everything.
Word.
So Leroy, the last time we seen you in the ring was at We Are Wrestling. You were going up against Dan Moff. And it was just a tragic accident with you. We were there to watch it live. My daughter was there holding the switch, getting those experience points for you more. And then we were like, no. Walk me through that. Walk me through absolutely everything from that moment, because it was gut wrenching for us to watch it, because you are just absolutely loved by all the fans. All right. You're a great wrestler. And there's one thing we hate to see is watch a great wrestler go down the way it did. And it seemed like it was kind of like not to say like a freak accident, but something where it's like you do it all the time in the ring, and then it's just that one mess up.
Yeah, I mean, it was weird because I think a lot of people thought I got hurt on the dive, and it wasn't the dive. I did the tope, boom, threw him. It was when he tried to hit me on the post, and I slid off his back. That's when I felt the tweak in my knee, and I was like, "Oh, that feels funny." I threw him back in the ring. I was like, "All right, if I hit this crossbody, if I can climb up to the top rope, I'm fine." I climb up top. I hit the crossbody. I was like, "Oh, I'm good. This is fine." I try to get up, and then I did that little. And I think it's in the video thing that I put it together. And it was like, oh, that little bend. And it was like, ooh, that don't feel good. I threw a really shitty drop kick. And I was like, oh, I can't jump. I tried to like to brace and put pressure on it. I couldn't do any of it. And yeah, no, like I think initially I was like, oh man, that kind of sucks. And this is some pain or whatever. But I didn't think it was that bad. And I found out I completely tore my ACL. I was like, "Oh, that can't be right. I've been dumped on my head and been in more pain than this. Like, come on now. Like this can't be a torn ACL. Like, what you mean? I
to think that he then does the cross body.
Yeah.
Well, technically, he's already messed up.
Yeah, yeah. Like most of the match, most of whatever you saw with Moff was me with a torn ACL because I think. The only thing that was non-torn was when I did the dive. And then that was it. And like after that, it was like all torn ACL Leroy. Like that, it's crazy. Like I remember showing the video to my PT guy when I first started doing PT. Thank you. Yeah, it was a fun thing to put together. It's the real deal, you know, working on that comeback. But you know, when I showed it to my PT guy the first day I had PT, because I was like, hey, I'm a wrestler. I'm trying to. You know, get back to wrestling and stuff. I'm not just trying to walk downstairs without any pain, you know, like I need the real deal PT. Like, don't take it easy on me. And I showed him the footage. He's like, oh, this is pretty impressive. Is this you like at your prime? This is like when you're healthy. He's like, no, that was after I tore the ACL. And he was like, wait, what? And I was just like, yeah, like I tore it like maybe like 10 seconds before then. And then I climbed and I jumped. He's like, you jumped with a torn ACL? And I was like, yeah. He's like, people don't do that. You don't jump with a torn ACL.
So I'm like, oh, I'm not normal people.
Yeah, like he's like, you shouldn't be able to do that. And I was just like, I mean, I'm big game.
Like, right? like after the last time we spoke, I was like, I have to rewatch this match now. Now knowing what I know. And I'm like, yeah, no, it doesn't like, yeah, no.
But
it's crazy because you can see me gingerly. Like I go up the rope slower than I usually go up the rope.
Yeah. You can start to see it, but to still think you pull it off. Like you still do this, you still do that. It's like, yeah, like, no. Like,
and me and Toe and the whole Knucklehead Network, we literally had front row seats watching this. Now, when you slipped off of Moff, you know, you did that little, oh snap. And I'm like, oh, he must have landed on his ankle a little funny. Not thinking anything about a torn ACL because you didn't move like someone who had a torn ACL.
No, apparently not.
It was only towards the very end. Towards of that match and everything that we realized, wait a minute, something is not right.
Yeah, when Big Moff took the mic and started cutting the promo, I was like, wait a minute. He's not trying to get the fans behind him. My man's trying to get a moment. It's like, oh, okay, all right, where's Ray at? It's Ray's fault.
How is this my fault here?
Because you should have cleaned Moff's back before he went out there.
Well, no, this was also like at that point, this was like post like 2 weeks of me getting my ass kicked by Moff as well.
Yeah.
So like I warned Leroy. I was like, hey man, like I just At that point, my ribs were still hurting.
What was Alex Raymond just completely just beat themselves up on top of you or something? Yeah. Very, very weird scene where I don't think we should talk about that too much.
Yeah, no. Word. Again, I'm starting to notice the trend of me just at the wrong place, wrong time a lot of times.
Oh, you said Moff. Got you. I'm gonna just
Moff beat up Ray.
Yeah, we need him
I'm
back.
Pencil this down. I'm gonna talk to him.
Yeah, we need him back.
Good. So, I know people that know him too. Don't worry about it. We good, Ray.
Yeah. So before we made you relive the tragedy of your ACL, I want to go back a little further when we saw you wrestle Bougie in the cheat code match.
Yes.
At Invictus.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was so
You
fun.
pulled out an Xbox?
Yeah.
The VCR to suplex him on? Like,
Right.
bro, you was trying to kill my man's? Like,
Yeah, listen, Xboxes are built to last. These systems don't break for nothing. So his body gonna break on the Xbox before the Xbox break. That's what I was thinking.
He was giving him the red ring of death.
That was the idea. Listen, you know.
But I was like, damn, that's like putting Legos out there. So just don't break.
Yeah,
Listen, speaking of, I do want to say that is one of my favorite matches of you. Plus, I also got a collector from that.
I do recognize. Yes. I think we had a moment where me and him were just like, wait a minute.
Yeah, we're shooting at each other.
Yeah, let's stand off. And then I think we both realized we were like, wait a minute, why are we just shooting? Wait a minute, let's just get back to beating each other up.
Word.
It was great. I grabbed it and I was like, if they want it back, I'll give it to them. Nobody asked for it. I was like, I have a souvenir.
Listen, matches like that, you take what you can get. That's the fun of matches like that. Please enjoy the souvenirs, enjoy the memories. Like that's the real fun of stuff like that. And listen, cheat code match, might as well come away with some souvenirs, right?
Yeah, no, for real. My imagination was running wild because we couldn't get an actual rule set for this match. So Pete was like, anything goes. I'm like, yo, big game Leroy puts in the cheat code and he makes the rest is glitch. So I'm thinking you're gonna have a dinosaur come through. You know what I'm saying? Like, the guy from Mortal Kombat just coming through and I'm like, toasty, something. You know what I'm saying?
Like, what if it's like Big Head mode and Tony Hawk? Like, it's just like a
word.
Oh my God, that would have been epic.
Oh man,
I'm
that
like,
would have been too perfect.
Like the golden gun from GoldenEye, like the one-hit killer.
Damn, you shot Bougie in the foot and he been toast.
Right. Just like, yep, I'm dead. Makes sense.
I love how Toe keeps saying that. We do have a friend named Toasty. That could have been that should have been it. Just put a cheat code in. Random Toasty Tom appeared.
Toasty in there.
Yo, not for nothing. Next time you do a cheat code match, come in with a Game Shark. Put that shit on the turnbuckle. Anything goes, bro.
Shark.
There you go.
Oh man,
that's a throwback.
I'm showing my age.
Got it just for that.
The golden era of gaming I grew up in.
It was a great time. Great time.
Yeah. But I always wanted to know where did you get I'm gonna just be a gamer and then have the controllers on your gloves? Like, where'd all that come from?
I mean, at some point it was like, all right, I like games, I like wrestling. I think that we could mix them together because they kind of go together. Like, I really feel that, and I really believe that. When I talk to folks like y'all, when I see the fans, I'm like, yo, we all like games. We all get what the reference is. We all get what I'm going for and what I'm trying to show y'all. And then it was like, well, I'm not just Leroy. Why don't I just become the big game? And Ray can attest to it. Like, it was a transformation to become this way. I was just Leroy at one point, and now it's big game Leroy because the focus is on, oh, I am the big game. This is where, and you're just all playing in it kind of thing.
Yeah, no, it definitely was just a whole evolution, a whole transition from the early young boy days, getting to see the old Cash Flow Inc. days, to seeing just where it began, where even the crowd started to see that change. And you start to see the reaction change. So then you finding yourself, finding your own, and then seeing this fully just immerse of who Leroy is into the character, not even just the person. And boom, it fits so well.
Yeah, no, it's been a fun journey. Like, the gauntlets was an idea that I had with my gear maker, Daryl Apparel. We had collaborated, and I had said, oh, I want like I think I explained it to her exactly like this. I think I said, oh, I want like the old Shawn Michaels gauntlets that he used to have in the 90s. I was like, those are really cool. And I feel like nobody's really doing that right now. Everybody wants wrist tape to look like an MMA badass, even though they never done MMA in their life. So it's like, why are you wearing, like, doing the whole MMA tape thing? That's stupid. And then I was just like, and then just the regular wrist tape looked, it wasn't doing anything for me. And I don't even get me started on like leather gloves. Like, I don't know, like, it's just giving creep alert when you're wearing leather gloves. So I was like, nah, we're not doing that. So I was like, let's do the gauntlets. But I was like, what if we could do something cool there? And she's like, well, what if we like put the Joy-Cons there? And since your gear's already you being like a video game controller, kind of like, why don't you put the gauntlets there and put the actual Joy-Cons? And I was like, ooh, that's cool. That's what's up. And then, you know, even adding to it, like doing it the PlayStation, like making it like chunks of the PlayStation controller and stuff. And it just gives us something to add on and really get creative with as we keep cooking and keep putting stuff together, you know?
Yeah, no, that is 100% a very original idea. When I first saw that, I was like, that shit's dope. Like, I know for a fact there's no one else out there with a fucking controller in their gloves. Apple hasn't even thought of that shit yet. Yeah.
Yeah. Give them a second though. Like, listen, if they start doing that, let me know. I gotta hit them with a cease and desist.
Word.
Facts.
And then I get 20% because I brought up the idea.
I got you. 15.
All right.
Yeah. You asking for too much.
Like 20 off rip is kind of crazy.
I mean,
a little bit too much.
Listen,
you just got the guy on the podcast.
Negotiations. You start high and you end the way you want.
Okay, cool. So you're good at 5, right? You're good at 5%.
No, we finished negotiation. Negotiation has ended. I'd have been good when I got you.
You would have been like, I would have like, I'll hit you with the IO. I'll see you when I see you.
Yeah. You're one of those like, all right, cool. Acknowledge me.
Never hits you up again. Just leaves it at like, yeah, I got you.
Yeah. He's just left on red.
But yo, listen, it wouldn't be the first time. Fucking Simon Miller.
Leave Simon Miller out of this. It's not about Simon Miller today.
What did
he
Simon
owes
Miller
me?
do to you?
Yo, he came on Jabba Tears, the
Jobber Slam.
Was Jobber Slam 3?
Yes.
He wrestled Sir Wilkins.
Okay,
so I go to the back and I'm like, yo, listen, you mind if we make a video together? He's like, yeah. I said, yo, I'm going to come in like I emailed you because I did about coming on the show and you never replied. He's like, wait a minute. Did you really do that? I said, yeah. I show him the message, the email, all that. And I spoke to him prior and he said, put it all caps. I show him. It's in all caps. He takes my phone, goes on Twitter and messages himself through my account saying, listen, you bald head bitch, reply to this man. So we make the video. And in the video, he says, if we don't do the podcast, I can sue him. My lawyers have been contacted, Mr. Miller.
Terrible lawyer.
Tell him you've been served.
That's right.
Wait, so he still hasn't gone back to you?
Yeah, yo, he replied back to me on one of the posts saying, oh, give me time. I just got back to England and he needs to sleep. I'm like, motherfucker, it's been 5 months. You sleeping beauty? What's going on here?
It's far. He lives very far.
It took him 5 months to fly or 5 months to sleep?
5 months to reply to me. This freaking guy. I'm telling you, I'm getting everybody. I'm going to get fucking Johnny Cochran on the case. It's over. Shit.
We're done with that.
Yeah, so they
let it go.
It wouldn't be the first time someone left me on red.
Next time he comes back for like Jobber Slam 4 or whatever, I think maybe just film the episode right then and there. Yeah. He'll probably agree to it because I think he owes you at this point.
Yeah, we're gonna have the kidnap. Always
no,
keep candy in my bag.
Ray would know how to do that since he's so excellent at it with Lala and stuff. So I'm sure he knows how to
am I on the big screen again?
Ray,
no.
What is the story with you kidnapping Lala? What is happening with this? Why did you kidnap your auntie? I'm confused.
Yeah, Ray.
I did no part of the kidnapping. Again,
So you know about the kidnapping. Kidnapping did happen.
Well, we all saw
We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here.
3 different videos of seeing her get kidnapped, which also the 2300 arena has horrible security because we just saw her get kidnapped.
Whoa. They have horrible security.
We all saw it on video. Did you not watch
Ray,
Ray,
where were you at the time of the kidnapping? What's your alibi?
Where was I on that day?
He doesn't even know. He doesn't even have an alibi.
You know. You don't even have an alibi.
That's how innocent I am, though, because I have no.
You were there in the car.
I wasn't.
Where were you, Ray? Where were you at the night of Lala's
kidnapping?
Wait,
no.
Huh?
It was the day we filmed the Toe the Show. So I was here. I was on a podcast.
Bullshit.
Those are goons.
Was the camera on or off?
What?
Was the camera on or off?
On.
If it was off, we don't trust you.
Yeah, if it was off, he had you on the phone.
Yeah, see, that's how you know he's lying, because he always refers to it as the Toe in the Show with Ray show.
Oh, the one
But now
time
all
I
of a
forget
sudden-
my own name.
Because you lying.
Ray.
I can
But-
tell you lying because when you replying, stutter.
But back to that. So yes, unfortunately, I know of said kidnapping, but I've been allegedly. My name has been tossed around
Guilty
as an
man says
accomplice
said kidnapping.
to this. Again, I have no information where she was at the time. I just knew she was okay.
We got a
Alright,
witness.
And she was being
that's why,
What says they might have
and
seen the
that's
kid
why
go
you
off?
got your ass handed to you by Prolific. All right, that's why
she
you got
was
a bat to
black,
your
though.
ribs.
Like
That's why
this makes no
you-
sense.
it makes a lot of sense.
How if Pete was on my podcast, everyone heard it. If
Well,
Lala
Pete's a
is
promoter, of
unavailable,
course.
You act
Pete's a
like you don't have
promoter.
ChatGPT.
He has to do what he got to do.
but she was available. She was in the back. I saw her that day.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Like
Wait, so Ray, if you knew she was in the back, why didn't you tell her to come out?
I did, but then I was hit with a bat even in the back. I was told just go out there. I'm like, but she's
So wait, so Prolific hid their own kidnapping of their own girl to put you out there?
Yep.
I don't think so.
This
I don't
story, Ray, I love you, man,
I-
but this story's got a lot of
Listen,
it's
I just
going
feel like
on.
I was again. It was misunderstandings. I was abused out there. I should not have been hit. I'm not an
don't
active
throw that word
competitor.
around. You was abused.
I was, and then Gigi
Wasn't
decides
abused.
to stomp on me. My
Well,
own
because you dyed your
friend.
hair red. And we told you not to do that without consulting mother.
Wow.
Word.
Gigi, you just stomped him while he was down. You're like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I
I'm
definitely
down.
did.
You're
Yeah.
already
The
down
best
and out.
part, I have video. Toe tells me, "Oh my God, Ray's getting stomped." And the minute he said Ray is getting stomped, what? Ray? Oh, I literally ran. I was like, "Oh my God, my friend is getting beaten up." Oh, excuse me, folks. I'm sorry, my friend's getting beat up. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. My friend is getting beat up. And as soon as I see Ray on the floor, I was like, "Yeah, that's what you get, Raymond. That's what you get." And I'm stomping on him because he dyed his hair red, and he knows better than to dye his hair red when I
don't
had
know.
dyed my hair red very recently.
Fair. So I don't know if that's like good friendship energy or bad, because like just you running over there saying my friend, and then just using that as a means to stop him yourself. Like,
Listen,
I respect it.
my friend had it coming. And I told him that he is part of us. He is the part of the Knucklehead Network. He is the intern. He is my friend. But I did warn him the night before that come Friday of We Are Wrestling, don't call it a comeback, we're not friends. But then on Saturday when we were going to a cookout, we were going to be friends again. So I told him, I warned him in advance. He didn't believe that I was not, he didn't believe me. That's not my problem. I told him. Look, I'm going to be transparent. I told him he was not going to be my friend Friday. And that's what happened. And then look at that. He was still my friend. We still took him home. Right? We still took you home. I mean, he had to sit on the side, though. He couldn't sit on the side.
We had to get him a donut.
My ribs were
Between
pretty
the
bad.
rib and then his tuchus,
Pretty bad.
Yeah, right.
I noticed that day in the Bronx, I had no backup. None of my friends were there. Like no one wanted to help me.
I mean, that's what you get when you bring
I'm over here. I'm like, oh shit, they whooping Ray's ass. I turn around to Gigi and I'm like, where the fuck Gigi go? I turn back around. She's stomping him out. I'm pissed off because like shit, I didn't know we could get up in this. I was about to go fuck him up too, but my man started crawling away. I said, you know what? He's having a bad day. I'm just gonna record what I can.
That's a BS.
Oh, you're just gonna record it.
Big Baby gave you the bad
Again,
afterwards.
no one decided to help me.
Afterwards.
No one decided to help me.
Yo, listen, man.
I have to crawl away.
I got my own beef with Ray. Jorge Santi comes in on the show. We have a nice interview with him. Yo, not even a week later, he got him on his show. And one of the first questions he asked him was like, oh, so Toe wanted to pull the curtain back and, reveal the thing. And what? Talking shit about, like if I'm trying to reveal the secrets of wrestling or some shit, and he's trying to put a wedge between me and Santi. But me and Santi are like blood brothers right now.
Ray, this is true.
I did ask him about that.
See,
it was a nice breaking the ice moment.
And then you wonder why you're still the intern.
Yep.
Ray,
He
That's
starts
Ray,
why
problems.
Philly
Ray, you're
is
getting
hurt.
roasted here. You're
Yeah,
getting
and
roasted here.
This is
man. You
not
gotta
good,
defend
man.
yourself.
This is not
What's
good.
going
He
on?
kicks
I
Gigi
had
off.
no backup. I had no backup that day. I need
Yo,
backup.
the
Now
day
I know next time I ever go to the Bronx, I need to call Leroy. Got to call Gango. I got to call someone.
No.
Oh, we know a
Don't
lot
let
of people in
Leroy
the
mix
Bronx,
in with
and
your
no one
shit.
showed up.
Don't
They-
want none
Well,
of that.
I mean, we don't want to go to the Bronx. I got to get booked to be in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I wasn't booked either, but somehow I just showed
you
up.
were
in the Bronx.
booked.
No,
You
you
had
were
a
booked.
I was
graphic.
not
You were
booked.
booked.
You had a graphic, bro.
Yeah, that's
This
true.
graphic
Definitely
was
did.
just again. Brian does great work, but Brian, please stop making graphics with my face on it, because then these things happen. Like
Oh,
there is a
Right.
graphic out there with my face and Dan Moff's face. I am scared that if this graphic is posted, it will happen.
Oh,
Don't
man.
want this to happen.
I will share it to the whole
Listen,
world.
listen.
I'm
You know what
glad
they
that the
say, it's not
knuckleheads do
real.
not have this.
It's not real till the graphic comes out.
Word.
Yeah, this is why the knuckleheads
right.
will never get in touch with any of these parties
No.
to be able to
It's
make
too
that
late.
graphic happen.
It's too late.
What do you mean? It's never too late.
We reached out and touched somebody. Yeah, and
Listen.
get this big game. It's not over there because I had an emergency one show and we had the Scotta Ricans on, and Ray decided to be cute and just fucking
Kick me off.
kick Gigi off the show like
that.
this
Just like
Oh.
that.
multiple
Just kick
times.
me off. I
And-
was
and-
obsolete.
And
I
the
didn't
one
exist.
person that doesn't get kicked off of this show is Gigi. You know what I'm saying? And give us a second. We got an asshole in the ring.
Oh shit, this guy.
Wise motherfucker.
Fix your camera.
Sorry about that. My bad. I had to fix the camera.
Damn.
Yo,
look at
do you
the
know
camera.
that
Look at you. Look
we
at
have
you.
a guest on the show?
And you're
You
still
didn't tell
late.
me about the guest. And first of all, Bugs Bunny would have whooped Daffy's ass because he's been running away from a guy with a shotgun for years. He's a thug. Stop playing with my boy.
He's not fighting
But-
Daffy.
but
He's
Bugs
fighting
Bunny
He
Goofy.
was
wasn't
fighting
fighting him. He
Goofy.
was fighting Goofy.
They don't got no gun. It don't matter.
How you know Goofy ain't got no
That's-
gun? Goofy
That's
gangster.
the energy that
Yo,
show comes in.
let me.
We
but-
asked that 40 minutes ago.
yeah. But yo, hold on. Let me set something straight to you, show. Goofy is a single fucking father. All right, there's no remnants of a woman around here. Like he's raising this child on his own. You don't think that Goofy's a
I'm not
fucking
even
gangster?
mad at that because that's like that is facts right there.
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
the only one that has a kid. And
That is true.
Mickey, those are his nephews.
Word.
Oh, Toasty's eye to eye with Goofy. That's what happened.
I see
Word.
how
When
it
we
is.
listen
Nope,
to
no
each
one
other's
caught the
heart,
reference?
we'll
There
find a way.
go.
You know what I'm
There you
saying?
go. I was
That's
hoping
my
someone-
favorite movie.
I was hoping
Right
someone
now.
got
Yeah.
the reference.
Yeah, that's my favorite fucking animated movie, bro. The Goofy movie. My favorite shit.
Oh, that's great.
Goofy's Puerto Rican? Got you.
No, Goofy's black. Goofy's fucking black, bro. There's no
This is
question
what we
about
got.
that.
This is
Oh
Yo,
my
nah,
God.
see, yo, big game. I'm trying to get Ray to grow his marbles a little bit. Because every time I say something, he's like, this is where we get canceled. You can't get canceled if you believe what you say.
Fuck
You know
that,
what I'm
Ray.
saying?
I maybe. I don't know how I don't know if that's how that works. 'Cause I'm pretty
doesn't.
sure if you say stupid shit, like
It
you're gonna
doesn't.
get canceled regardless if you
Yeah,
believe
no.
it.
Oh, I
it's
said some stupid shit.
Shit still stink regardless if you believe it don't stink. You know what I mean? Like it still stink.
Nah, but if you take that shit with authority, people gonna be like, and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's
But
still
if you
not
come
how
out
that
acting
works.
like your shit don't stink, people like, yo, my man, that shit stink. But you
Right.
come out like, yeah, I took that shit. They be like, all right, yo, look, this nigga crazy.
This is a real man smell like. Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, no.
He got protein in his diet.
Word. He been exercising.
I mean, I would hope so, right? It's
Well,
natural.
then,
It's
let's
needed.
let's
Word.
get back on track here. Let's
Yo,
get
we
back.
talk a lot of shit over here, Ray.
I know we do, but we're gonna get back into the wrestling here. We got my bro in the chat.
Yeah, we got big.
we
game.
got Big Game Leroy in the building here. So we want to start talking about this because we are less. It's a few days away now. We're getting closer. It will
Okay.
be Showabunga 2 Mecca Mayhem live from the Mecca in Ridgefield Park. Again, this insanity of a match, 5-on-5. Fans bring the weapons. It is truly gonna be insane.
Yeah.
Like, now it's even closer. Since the time we spoke, it was one of those of like, okay, it's happening, we're getting there, but now, like you said, it's 10 days away. That realization's starting to hit. How is that mindset going, brother?
I mean, I got a doozy in my first match, but like that's the story of my life. Like that's how it always goes. Like, well, why would it be easy? It's okay. I don't play like. What's the fun in playing a game on easy mode? Like that don't mean nothing. Like that ain't fun. Why not? Why not start the game? You know how like when you start a game and it asks you what difficulty you want it at, and then you go up to like legendary or you go to like extreme, and then it says, not recommended for someone who hasn't beaten the game before, and you click it anyways. That's what I'm on right now. That's the playthrough I'm on match. Like I'm like, listen, I know it's not recommended, probably not for my health, probably not for my career longevity, but listen, I'm here for a good time. And I got some beef, I got some scores to settle. Max Zero is somebody I got a score to settle with. And fans bring the weapons match. I feel like that's right up my alley. Listen, I see my friend over there with tons of weapons. I see him with that Xbox. Ooh, what is that? Xbox 360. Oh, okay.
Ooh, that's the ultimate weapon for you.
Baby oil. I'm sorry, I'm not Randy Orton. I don't really go crazy with the baby oil like that. I'm not Orton.
You squirted in their eyes.
I thought Johnson & Johnson was like no tears.
Yeah, right.
That's why it's legal from the athletic commission.
I got lots of Funko Pops that you could just put them down and then just power bomb them. Those big heads hurt,
This is a headlock machine. You just wrap it around the head and you take them wherever you need to go.
Listen, I'll bring the weapons and I will beat everybody up with whatever y'all bring. As long as it's not nobody's baby, ain't nobody's dog. What's that? Let me see.
Little mini computer.
Yeah, I'll beat him up with that. I don't care.
Big game. I wish I could find I think it was a Nintendo Wii. I think it was a GameCube. The first time I saw you had a game. I think it was a GameCube.
Yeah.
Somebody, all the buttons just flew everywhere. Bling! I was like, oh, nice. I wish I could bring that again.
Listen, I still got my GameCube, my trusted GameCube. I'll probably bring it. Because they said fans bring the weapons, but I mean, I assume I could still bring some weapons too.
So if someone brings a samurai sword,
no, that has already been said.
No knives.
No knives or any weapons of
no knives, no glass, no guns.
Yes,
no organic. So I guess I can't beat them up with like a plant or something. Or a baby or a dog.
What shit. All right.
We can't.
So you can't have real weapons.
You can burn them with it. We can't do that.
Yeah, no fire.
No fire.
Back in my day, we taped each other's wrists to each other and then fucking started snapping each other.
What's up? I remember.
Yeah, that's some beat it.
I won't bring paper. So you can just get them paper cuts. And then squeeze lemon in them.
Paper cuts be stinging. Like that lemon shit juice.
And then I'm gonna give you lemon so you can squeeze lemon. All of them cuts.
Word.
Ow.
So
that's how you tap them out.
Whoa.
What about if someone gave you? What if somebody gave you their baby?
I mean, I don't want to beat nobody up with no baby. Like, come on.
What about
now.
a baby alive?
Like, come on now. Like
a baby alive.
I got 4.
You don't blink.
2 of them I don't like. Pick one.
There you go.
Pick one.
You know what's sad? That multiple people have offered their children as weapons.
I was gonna say I can't tell if that's good parenting or bad parenting.
Yo, these kids gotta toughen up.
As a parent, I am willing to give up my child's babies. So all her baby alive 1, baby alive 2, baby alive 3, the one that poops, the eats, the one that cries, the one that rolls over.
At least these are toys.
Because then I can make it take a poop on Max Zero, and I think that'll be funny as I beat him up.
There you go.
Listen,
I'm surprised.
Literally shitting on him. I hope y'all understand. But that's what I was going for. Literally shitting on him.
There you go. That's it.
I'm surprised Toe's not like, can we donate Ray as a weapon? I'm surprised he hasn't.
That was my next question. Ray, have some patience, bro. We getting there. We gotta finesse
Ray,
this.
we said no organic.
You gotta be like water.
You are still organic. Even with the hair dye, you're still organic. I promise.
But here's the thing, though.
Listen to my
See, now I'm not gonna give you up as a weapon because you're gonna hurt somebody else, Ray. We don't want to hurt nobody.
Nah.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring a table that just so happens to be reinforced with vibranium.
Ooh.
And you might have to slip off of a ladder or for somebody through that table a couple times. I'm just saying.
That's the Black Panther table.
Because we all know that you would do anything for Big Game Leroy. So if he needs you in his time of need, you would jump in the ring, get on the top rope, and hit that 450 splash. You've been bragging everybody that you've been doing.
I have done. No,
you've been holding out on me, Ray. You've been holding out on me.
I've never said such a thing.
You have.
I knew Smiley was teaching you shit behind our backs.
Yeah. He was talking to homeboy with the water. Mike White? Is it Mike White?
Oh, Nikolai.
Nikolai White. There you go. Yeah.
Mike White.
No, listen, first off, I got a problem with him because we drink soda out here. We don't drink water. Water kills people. Right?
Yo, Matt, awesome. I got you with the chancla though. You pass me that chancla, I'll beat his ass with it. I got you.
Hey, there you go.
Word.
But yeah, no,
what about
I do
Vicks?
not hit for.
You use Vicks. You can't use Vicks.
There you go.
I can't use Vicks. I mean, I feel like Vicks would like wake him up. It would get him like. It would clear out his
if you put it in the eye, they'll just start crying. They won't be able to look up and see. They have to keep their eyes closed. They be like.
So
like, I don't
no
know. I feel
tasers.
like it hurts, but in the long run, it's good for your health. And I'm not trying to help his health. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you wake him up and you hit him with your finisher and put him back to sleep.
But then the Vicks will still wake him up, though.
You do it in the beginning. Be like, boom, wake up. Huacata.
Okay.
You know? Yeah. You be like, I want you to see this coming. You shit on him, wake him up, boom, hit him with it.
Smell it.
Word. So hold on. So there's no flamethrowers, no tasers, no rocket launchers. What about barbed wire? Barbed wire is not technically a. I mean, I know people. They don't call me toe tags for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And listen, when in my time at the strip club when I was a stripper, that baby oil was deadly. All right, I'm just letting you know.
Ew.
Wait, when you were a stripper?
Yeah, I was Mr. Wiggles.
No one needs
you
to
gotta
have
bang
that
it.
image in their
By the
head.
way, guys, go to the website.
I'll see you without your shirt on at a bar.
No, people like that shit. You know how many customs I make?
Mind your business. Just because you don't like it, mind your business.
We apologize again.
I'm in the wrong interview.
Yeah, I don't know where this has gone.
He's like,
I
came here to talk about wrestling.
We trying to make our money, Big Game.
That's right.
We're just trying to talk about this show about the two show happening at the Mecca.
Yo, listen, I'm trying to give him some game on some foreign objects. You know what I'm saying?
There was a lot of foreign conversation there, but objects.
What you trying to say, Ray? We bilingual?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we are. What the fuck is wrong?
We technically are.
What are foreigners?
We are.
We
are. I heard Chris Rock stand-up show.
Bilingual, bitch.
Yeah.
Shit. Ray's a lot of buy things, but lingual ain't one of them.
Ooh.
What?
Wow. Wait.
Hey, yo.
So we're gonna kick Toe out of here for a second. Again.
There you go, Mr. Big Game. Oh no. Now it's just
I have the power.
Wait, why he trying to kick you and then you just kicked him? Like
he's able to kick me.
He used a game genie too.
Yeah, that was some hacking shit. That was like, oh, you thought you could mute me? On
up, down, Z.
This is the last time Big is showing up for this.
On Call of Duty, and you just saying all the racist shit. It's always that like little white kid.
Yeah, shit.
He's like, I'm pretty sure all of y'all are, and you're like, yo, you get the fuck out of here.
Word.
So let me ask you, in this match, who is going to be like your biggest target to overcome?
Definitely Max Zero. Me and him got some beef. We got a little bit of history. It's been a while since I've seen him, but he's always griefing me on Twitter. I have not forgotten what he's done to me in the past. He's stolen my Switch in the past. He has made fun of me. He has disrespected me. Yes, like listen, there are certain things you don't do in life. You don't pull on Superman's cape. You don't piss in the wind. You don't touch Big Game Leroy's Switch. All right, and listen, like he already messed up all of that, and I'm still coming for him, man. Like seriously, like, I don't care how long it's been. I ain't been in action in a year. I'm seeing him in this ring. We're right across from each other. Fans bring the weapons. I'm trying to bash his brains in with a console. I'm waiting for y'all to see what I'm saying, but yeah.
Nunchucks. What about
Remember
nunchucks?
Nunchucks? Yes. Let's do it. I'm not good
Ninja
with nunchucks.
stars.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, but I'll try. I'll try.
Yo, if you ever played the Ninja Turtle game, you got the boom. That's it. Same shit.
I mean, I was
All
more of like
that.
a Raphael guy with
The stick.
yeah.
No, with the size.
Yeah, the size.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got those too.
No, you can't
I was
take
about
that
to say,
again.
yeah.
Oh,
Why
right.
not?
Give me
What
like
you
a
mean? Yo,
give me like
they
a
have
snap.
rubber training size. You poke somebody in the eye out.
What the heck is a sai? I thought that was a fork. That's what I used to call it.
No,
guess it does look like a
it's not a fork because
They
they're not
look
all
like-
the same. They're not
You
all
can
the
eat
same
it, though.
length. It's two little prongs and one big prong.
I don't know what. Listen,
Looks
that
like
just
Hell's
put me
Kitchen.
on.
And it's a fork because it has four
From Hell's
things.
Kitchen.
I'm just fucking with you.
All right. So before Ray got us way out of the fucking
As usual.
conversation as usual. Always, he don't talk about shit for real over here.
Ray.
Don't be rude.
Dude, how excited are you to get back in there?
Oh, I'm super stoked, man. It's been too long, and I've had a lot of time on the sidelines watching people, watching so many things pass me by, and I'm like, I'm ready to take it back. Almost a year of my life has passed me by, and I feel it, and I'm trying to get my life back, because wrestling's my life, and I'm trying to take it back. I'm not waiting on the sidelines no more, and I'm pumped. I'm ready to go. Like I have not. I feel like I've been waiting for Christmas. Except it's been like 10 months waiting for Christmas, you know what I'm saying? So like, February 18th, I get to open up my presents and I get to go to town. And I guess in this case, the presents are whatever weapons y'all bring for me, you know?
Nice. So how was the recovery? Because I went through 2 shoulder surgeries. I know it's not the same thing as a knee, but sometimes it gets a little difficult. How was the recovery for you?
It was pretty smooth. The beginning part sucked. Like I couldn't walk. I couldn't, not having much mobility and stuff like that. Like it was tricky. It was tough. It definitely weighed on the mental early on because like I was just stuck in bed, like literally just stuck in bed. Thanks, Matt. I appreciate you, bro. And like, but getting through that, like, after a while, it was like, okay, I just like to making progress. Like, okay, can I walk? Can I run? Can I jump? Can I cut? Can I like, do complicated workouts and movements and shit, like that was, so it wasn't even like, oh, I got to get back into the ring. It was like, nah, I got to be able to like get to each step. Cause that's the only way I can look at it. If I try to think about like, okay, can I get in the ring and do a drop kick tomorrow? Like that's not going to help me. Cause I'm not even close to there yet, kind of thing.
It's like learning how to walk all over again.
Literally.
Instead of a baby as an adult.
Yeah. No, they literally told me that. And I was like, damn, that's kind of humiliating. I'm like 27 years old. That's crazy. But I got you. Heard you, Doc.
Damn. He's a little baby over here.
Who have you been training with to kind of get your movements back and kind of like your groove back in while you're in the ring and whatnot?
Well, I've stopped by the T2T wrestling school a few times and some of their open rings and just getting some movements back. There's some certain students like Shotgun Adams and there's too many students to name, but like he's one of them who's always trying to like get in the ring with me and lock up with me. There's other students and other friends of mine who have been trying to get with me. Unfortunately, I got sick this week. Not COVID, but I got like pretty badly sick this week. So I had to flake on them like an asshole. But next week I'll be hopping more in the ring and being able to jump in there. Ray's making a face. I know I flaked on
because I know exactly who you flaked on. That's
yeah. Nah, but like I mean, hey, it worked out because if I didn't flake on that, I wouldn't have been able to do this. So it worked out. It worked out.
Yeah, no, this cold sick bug has been going around for like the last few weeks. Like me, I lost my voice at We Are Wrestling, especially screaming that my friend was going, get his ass kicked.
And you jumping into it too probably didn't help either.
But then on Saturday, while we all went to hang out, got a little sick down there too. And then on Sunday, it was like, oh, I'm sick. Like, this hurts.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't breathe.
That was my realization Sunday of like, I started to feel a little sick. I'm like, yep. That's how you know it's a good weekend. That's how you know it's a good weekend.
I was born in the 80s, so I don't get sick.
Me neither.
Bro,
This is the one who
Ronda
barely
had
had a
no
voice on Monday.
Well,
Shut
that's because
up.
first off, that's because like 20 pounds of asbestos fell on my fucking face, and all that shit got attached to my fucking throat. Ask show how dirty the fucking lights are in my.
I shall be back. I need to put my
in my
child to bed,
office,
and before
all
she
right.
decides to curse your ass out.
Yeah, no, she be cursing me. She be cursing me out like crazy.
Yeah, no,
baby.
I allow it. As long as she's here with me, I will allow it.
Yeah.
It's only for wrestling purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun time.
And then like,
Raise next.
full blown. Like F words, S words, go fuck yourself, all this.
Word, the finger, all that shit.
Gigi, I gotta record her saying
Girl, fuck you, mama webble. Mighty cone mama finger.
for me so I can have a button.
We can make that happen.
You just gotta show up.
The Gigi will be back.
Yeah. But yeah. So in my office, we hung up a basketball rim, like the one that you put on the door. But there's like poles that holds the lights together. So when you hit the light, the dust comes out, and they never dusted this shit. So I went up there and I dusted the lights, and all that shit fell on my fucking face. So ever since then, I've been having like a raspy voice and all that. So it was the asbestos of like 900 years trying to come get me, and I fucking ate that shit like a G, and I'm still standing. No weather change is gonna come after me.
It was like Mike Tyson, spinal.
Yeah, he's like, I adapted to that shit.
Word. I get sick.
Like a dust, and he was dying.
Just like you ever seen the movie Any Given Sunday? Remember when Jim Brown's like, "You gonna get a stroke?" Like, I don't get stroke, motherfuckers. I give them. That's me.
That's you.
Damn. That's powerful. That's powerful shit to say.
The rest of us do get sick, and yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Like this is the first time I've been sick in like 7 years, but like whatever. Like, and honestly, I've only been sick for like the last 2 days. Like, I feel much better now, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'll be good by tomorrow, and like I'm gonna keep it moving. Literally tomorrow, if I'm like, as soon as I wake up and I'm feeling good, I'm like, I'm hitting the gym. Like I gotta keep it moving. Like, you know, I don't know any other way to. I'm not programmed any other way.
Word.
No, definitely.
I hear you. So going back to your recovery, do you have any moments where you feel like you're limited because of your knee, or do you feel like you're back at 100%?
I feel like I'm at like 85-90%. Like I feel really good. Like I feel like I could wrestle a match tomorrow if I needed to. Do I feel like it would be up to the standards that I feel like I could perform at? Yes and no. Like I feel like I'd be like, damn, but I could kick it up another gear, but I'm not quite there yet. It's kind of like, you know, if you like been hitting the gym for a while and then you fall off, and it's like, you know, you can get up to that weight, like if you really, really push it, but you're like, I can't push it because I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
But I'm there. Like you're like, I know I'm there, and I know I could get it, but next week, I'm not there yet. I'm next week, and that's kind of how I've been feeling. I'll have like really good workouts and really good training sessions where I'll be like, damn, I feel good. I feel almost normal. Then I wake up, and then my knee is all tight, and like I gotta stretch it out and stuff. And I'm like, damn, all right. I heard you. You still exist. You still exist. All right.
Yeah. It's like letting you know, like, hey, take it easy, big fella.
Yeah.
It's, again, our body reminds us, like, hey, like we like to do this. We aren't supposed to do this stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it gives you that little reminder, like, hey, like, no, this isn't.
Yeah, but I've been taking good care of my body. I've been stretching. I do all the PT stuff. You know, hitting my 20 minutes of the bike has been really good for my knee, you know, and just staying on top of that stuff. And then just, you know, cleaning up the diet, making sure that like I'm eating clean as ever. And the motivation for that was just like, yo, I just got to make sure, like, you know, if I want this recovery to be smooth, like I got to eat as clean as I can, you know, and not, you know, bullshit anymore. Just because I can.
Yeah, and you know, with like fruits and vegetables and all that, there's a lot of stuff in there that helps heal the body also. So, you know. Yeah. But so I know Show wants to ask this question. He hasn't thought of it yet, but I feel it. Do you have the Stone Cold knee brace?
I do not have the Stone Cold knee brace. I am the kind of wrestler I am. I feel like a knee brace like that would be a little too restrictive for me, and I don't feel unstable in my knee. Like I don't feel unstable. I'll occasionally feel a little tight, but not unstable. And that's not to knock any wrestlers who do the knee brace thing, because I know Dakota Kai also does the knee brace. I know Zoe Stark had an ACL tear. She does the knee brace. You know, a lot of these wrestlers who tear the ACLs, they do the knee brace. I just don't really feel inclined to. And I mean, I'm going to see how I feel after Wrestler's Lab. I'll wear my knee pads. I'll have my knee sleeve, and then I'll probably throw a knee pad over that. And I think I'll call it after that. But, you know, it'll kind of let me know kind of how I feel and kind of what I want to do going forward. But, you know, and I'm probably not going to be zipping around the same way I was pre-injury. Like, you know, I don't think I'm going to start off that way. I think it's going to be a little bit slower paced, and the kind of match it is anyways, I'm not going to be zipping around in a Fans Bring the Weapons match. I think I'm going to be a little too busy bashing people's heads in with certain devices and weapons. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not too concerned about, like, you know, running and zipping around the ring and hitting the ropes and doing springboards and jumping off the top rope a million times. I'm more like, hey, do I feel secure here? Can I pick somebody up and feel secure in my leg and my knees? You know, because everything when you pick someone up in wrestling it comes from your legs, your lower body. People think it's all this, and it's like, that's just for show. Everything is lower body, legs, thighs, knees. I'm stable down there. So that's more of the stuff that I've always been concerned about. Like, hey, I love surprising people because I'm like, I'm way stronger than I look. You know, I think a lot of y'all see I picked up some big ass dudes. So like for me, it's like I need to still be able to pick up these big ass dudes and drop them on their heads. You know what I'm saying? Especially in that match. There's a lot of dudes in there who are like pushing 230, 250. I think Aaron Ash is like 300. Ray,
he's a big dude. Like,
so I'm like, I got to be able to pick up these dudes. You know,
I was trying to get him to replace me on Friday, and he was like, "No, you got this." I'm like, yeah.
You should have asked Sammy Chaos maybe.
She was busy. She had a scramble. She was in there.
She volunteered to beat him up too.
Yeah, she also wanted to put me through set.
Yeah.
Ray, why you got heat with everybody? What did you do? I don't
know. Again,
Ray.
I had no friends there. I had no friends.
He's sneaky.
Like I hit up our other friend. He was a little busy. I think he was on a cruise at that time, so he couldn't help me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why you hit him up? He's on vacation, technically, or work vacation.
Yeah, but he was willing to help me. But he was on vacation.
Once you told him it was the Bronx, he would have been like, no. Ew.
Yeah, you on your own.
But I would have lied and said it was somewhere else.
He would have said it's the
Brooklyn. He was there.
Either way, he would have flown into JFK, right?
Yeah, he would have been okay. It would have been okay. But yeah, he was willing to help. He was willing to help. No one else was willing to help me.
Mm-hmm.
That awesome right there, like saying he helped with kidnapping. Listen,
see,
got a lot of people arguing about you and your role in this. So my question though for you, Ray, is so Lala is back, like she's good.
Yeah, she is okay. She is good.
Even
like,
Pete
wait, now that Pete isn't Pete, I have an issue with you because I was attacked at your show after Lala's return it already happened. People saw her come to the building. She was in the back, and I was still assaulted with a deadly object like a baseball bat.
I don't remember seeing this assault. Show, do you remember seeing this assault?
You recorded this assault.
Is there footage?
I wouldn't know.
Dissipate.
I think more people were seeing the Drake leak than you getting your butt whooped. We might have to do that again.
No. It's over
Big
with.
Game, you want in on this?
Listen, like Ray is my brother. I don't got no skin in the game on this. I'm just
you ain't got to take it personal. A few shots.
Come on.
Yo, listen.
That is
he held me down. They held me down. Same prolific held me down while this man right here chopped me in the chest.
I seen it.
Because he lied to them about me wanting to hurt this man.
No. You said a lot of these things like you're doing now on the air. There was footage and nobody in how? Even Mike Law saw her in the building.
He speaks for people. Big Game.
Wait, wasn't present for the pre-show. There was a safety meeting? Where was this meeting?
See?
Ray, where were you for that meeting?
Yeah.
I missed the safety meeting. And
well, that's
what
why you
safety
weren't very
was?
safe.
I guess so.
Safe.
Yeah, see?
I guess so.
You did it to yourself.
No, that meeting is literally every show. Like all the talent have to be there. I mean, technically, Darius Carter ends up not being there because Darius Carter will show up right before main event.
No, yeah, I heard that.
Surprisingly, he was there for. Oh wait, never mind.
Was he?
Yeah,
was he,
You know, it's funny. I heard that from somebody because
No, he was at the meeting, but
and they were like, "Well, that's if he decides to show up for his match." I said, "Wait a minute, what?" I was like, "Don't tell me this shit after I done sponsored his ass shit."
No, Darius will show up. Darius will pull up.
Yeah, he's cool peoples. But all right, so see how Ray changes the subject?
That's right.
Yeah. We was having a deep conversation, Ray, and then you just changed the subject. Because you make it all always about you, Ray.
I'm tired of your shit, Ray.
Yeah. So big game. Have you taken the opportunity to change your game up a little bit?
Yeah. No, I have a lot of ideas, a lot of things that I'm kind of excited to kind of show to you guys. A lot of moves, a lot of ideas, a lot of new things. And I'm not very big on like surprises and spoilers, but I will say like the next few months, I don't have a ton of dates locked in. I don't have a ton of things that I'm doing right away, but I will just say pay attention to what I'm doing and then pay attention to how I'm doing it. And everything that's going to happen for, I think, this next playthrough of my career, it's going to come from this. And I don't think there's anything else I could say more than that. I don't like doing amp. I don't like doing gassing shit up if I don't need to, but like this next playthrough is literally, it's getting started by these next 2, 3, 4, 5 shows that I'm on. And like, after that, we're just going. We're speed running the rest of this shit.
Nice.
There you go.
So would you like to take this opportunity now that Pete's in the building to say that Rob Killjoy is a very lucky man because he's holding your title?
Listen,
am I hearing that correctly?
Listen, I definitely understand that Rob Killjoy went through that tournament and he earned that championship. He is a fighting champion. I watch the product. I pay attention. He just beat O'Shea Edwards, and he deservedly so. Jared Diaz is a worthy contender. Jared Diaz is one of my boys. I love Jared Diaz. But I'd be lying if I didn't say that I didn't look at that championship, look at that whole tournament and go to myself, damn, if my knee didn't blow out. What could have been, man? What could have been? And I don't do the what could have been. My brain starts going from what could have been to what should have been, and then I make it what it needs to be. So I'm like, listen, I got goals. I like to climb the top of leaderboards, and that championship is real shiny and real pretty. And that's the best high score I can get at We Are Wrestling, and that's what I'm aiming for. Absolutely what I'm aiming for. And I know Pete knows that. I don't think I needed to cut this promo for Pete to know that. And
yeah,
I don't think it's a surprise to anybody that will be my focus when I come back to We Are Wrestling. Like,
word,
the top of the company. You know what I'm saying?
And Pete, I want 20%.
Yo, why this big?
What is with the 20% every time?
Because Bumpy didn't ask for 20% and he died in a video store.
You want us to stop our OnlyFans, but then you want to cut a come on, Ray.
Yeah, dude.
Ray. Ray.
That's crazy.
I got a strip for my kids, Ray, and you want me to stop doing this shit. My kids
now you have kids all of a sudden?
No, I don't have kids. I'm just saying.
Oh.
This is what I tell people.
Okay. All right, here we go.
I don't blame them.
No moves against Dan Moff, please.
Listen, I got you.
We need a street fight between Dan Moff and Big Game immediately. He needs to get that
I will
back.
very happily see Dan Moff again because I owe him a genuine matchup. I owe him a genuine match, and I would not be afraid to get back in the ring with him.
That's right.
See, Big Game Leroy.
I don't duck people in this industry. I don't duck opponents. I don't duck matchups. If Dan Moff, I feel like there's some unfinished business there. If that's the matchup that we need to have, we need to run it back to see what really will happen when I'm on 2 good legs. Let's do it. I'm game every day of the week.
There you go. So Big Game Leroy has no problem with facing Dan Moff. Again, I do. I will not be facing Dan Moff. So just in case Pete is still trying to make jokes in the chat, I will not be facing Dan Moff.
Off air, he be talking mad shit about Dan Moff.
I heard him.
I do not. Don't say that because Dan Moff again has my number and knows my address. Let's stop.
Damn, he knows your address.
Yes, he does know my address. So let us not say that because Dan Moff will call me and tell me to come downstairs.
He said Dan Moff won't.
He said he'll be waiting for you downstairs. Be like him downstairs.
So let's not say anything bad about Dan Moff. All respect for the Bayonne badass.
I did hear there was a graphic. Pete's saying we still have that graphic. There's a graphic. I told you, Ray. If there's a graphic, man, that means it's real. You gotta prepare for it.
I am thankful that the graphic was never posted, so no one needs to know.
No,
Again,
Ray, help training. I got you. We'll train up together. I got you. I'll get you ready.
Why, Leroy? Why?
Word.
Hollywood Ray's cutting you guys off from the
Hollywood Ray.
Wow, that is
Can we have, if we're gonna do Hollywood Ray? Ooh,
he doesn't have an opponent yet. So there you go. Big game Leroy could be his opponent, not me.
We need a barbed wire street match.
If that's the matchup you want, Pete, if you think that's the best return match, I'm game for it. Or if you want Ray to do it, honestly, I'll make sure Ray is ready for it too. Either or.
How about we both shine, Leroy? How about we do a tag match? We do a 2-on-1, and then you just do more. Yeah, there you go.
Oh shit!
That way they get both of us in there, but it's still it's you doing the match.
Oh, so Ray said Big Game Leroy and Big Mob versus Ray.
No.
I
like it. No. I said
we got it on the air. It's live.
I said 2-on-1, but me and Leroy.
Oh, you didn't.
I didn't hear that.
Oh no.
Leroy, you heard that, right?
Incriminating. You don't look so good right now, man.
Come on, Leroy. Again, it'll be us against him. I think we got it. I think we got it.
I mean, you better be ready to bring out that 450 then.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to talk to our friend, see if he can teach me how to do it properly.
Yeah. I'm sure he got you.
Word. But he be bragging about that 450.
That's it. You just gotta talk.
Yeah. He be sending us videos and shit.
What videos? Again, now I'm scared because now Pete is not talking. Again, graphics are made pretty quickly. This is scary.
That's wild.
Hello?
Pete?
Yeah, I'll sponsor the match. I got you. Main event. Big Mouth versus Ray. Got you. Tables match? Beautiful. All right. Talk to you later.
First to go through a table. Loser.
He said no. All right. That's fine. We listen to Queens out here. We do listen to Queens. It's all right. It's all right.
But she also didn't want me to die. I heard her that day. No dying. So I can't die either. I can't face Dan Mauve. I'm sorry, Pete. You tried. It's over with.
No. Don't speak for her.
She didn't say that. She only said that about Big Game. She didn't say nothing about Ray dying.
She said it to my
Big Game is over here about to beat up Ground Zero.
Max Zero.
But he's gonna be in the ground after fucking February 18th.
I saw what Toe Tag said.
Good recovery.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like shit.
He was cooking. He was spitting.
Yeah,
good recovery. Good recovery. You know what's funny? I know Mr. Loki.
BS.
I know Mr. Loki doesn't know this, but my gimmick used to be the Law Ray removed.
The Law Ray.
That used to be my gimmick. Yeah.
The Law. Did you have the gavel and everything?
I did. That's
wow. That I need to see pictures of this.
You fought
it probably is somewhere. There probably is pictures somewhere.
Yeah, I feel like those exist. We could find it. We could find it.
Good times.
Facebook memories.
Definitely. But so again, we're talking about this return now. We're getting closer and closer to next week. It will be for Wrestlers Lab, but it was also confirmed with the return of Invictus, you will be making your return in March. It's happening. Big Game Leroy makes his way back to Invictus. So your thoughts on that?
Yeah. No, Invictus. I know the timing of it's fascinating because I'm out with my injury. Invictus takes a sabbatical for an extended period, and they're trying to reset and start a new era of Invictus. I'm trying to reset, start a new era of Big Game Leroy, and it's perfect timing, right? And listen, I'm the longest reigning champion in the company's history. Held the championship for over a year. You can't have Invictus without Big Game Leroy, and I know it's mutual. It goes both ways. So I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to be a part of the first show back, and I'm excited to help lead the company back into a new direction. And between Wrestlers Lab, We Are Wrestling, and Invictus, this is what I mean with hey, just pay attention to what's simmering right now. It's three companies right now, but pay attention to what's simmering and because that's going to be the start of everything else, man. and we're gonna go from there. And yes, I did get robbed of that title, and because my focus in Invictus is getting gold back again, getting my championships back. That's all I'm focused on. Every company I'm in, that's what it's all about. He raised that, and during Black History Month, exactly. Listen, the disrespect be wildin'. People be wildin' during this month. You know what I mean? We got Carmelo and Trick turning on each other this month. It's wild. It's wild out here, man. We deserve better. Us Black folks deserve better. But nah, gold championship titles. That's what I want in every company I'm at. I'm trying to be the top guy every company I step into, because after this injury, after what I've had to overcome, what I've had to go through just to get back to the ring, I feel like this is the best version of me that y'all are gonna get, and I feel like that best version of me deserves to be at the top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, so you're gonna be Ultimo Dragon by the end of the year. All them belts and shit.
That's the hope. I gotta have one on my neck, one, the arms, maybe the waist, and maybe I'll have like a cross shoulder, like cross bag kind of vibe.
Like the statue and shit.
Yeah.
And then we call you the crossplay champion because you all these companies, all these titles.
There you go.
Yeah, cross platforms. That's what's up. That's what's up. Probably the great. It was a pretty awesome call, Pete. I mean, awesome. Like, it was a great call, but like,
the situation wasn't. Yeah.
It was great commentary. What the action you had to call is,
Yeah, definitely.
You just had to do the job. You had to do the job.
Which that's also a thing I'm hoping to get to do more this year, because before the injury, I did get to call one of your matches. I'm hoping that now in 2024 we get some more companies to bring in the good brother. Call some more of your matches.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I think it's a pleasure whenever I can have you do that, man. And I would definitely love more of that, man. I definitely want to work with more of my brothers as I'm continuing to do the second half of my career as I'm looking at it.
Definitely. Can't wait to see it, man. But let's now go into that. Again, we talked about confirmed places. Let's start talking a little bit about some things you would like to also make happen. You talked about gold, but also some opponents you would like to step in there. I know, again, I know you very well. I know you're not looking past, again, next Sunday and then coming up in March. But if you could put into, again, the future a little bit of some people you would like to step in and switch it up in there with.
I've always said for sure Darius Carter is someone that I want to step foot in the ring with. Darius Lockhart, Darius number 2, as I
still said, again, after what happens at Alshea, that's it. It's just the winner of that has to face Leroy.
Yeah. Whoever's the best Darius, you know what I'm saying? I would I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the unfinished business I feel like I always have with a Jay Bougie. He has been running his mouth over and over every single time. And he definitely cheated our boy, Matt Awesome, out of that match. I feel like he used every single cheat. Yeah, we were talking about cheat code match. He used every single cheat code in the book. Like, Jesus. Yeah. I was like, geez, man. Like, at this point, just give him the title. Like, you clearly can't hold it no more. So, I think definitely this playthrough, it's definitely like a bit of unfinished business. I'd love to get in the ring with Patricia Dora, really test my mettle. Jordan Blade is another one. Eel O'Neill is another guy who I want to rematch with. I've never beaten him, and I've faced him quite a number of times, and I don't like losing. I get a little bit of a rage quitting gamer rage sometimes, and Eel O'Neill really brings it out of me because it's like I've never beaten him, and I need to scratch that itch and make sure that that's not a thing that anybody can say anymore.
Got you. No, definitely, and it works out, especially with Wrestlers Lab at the moment. Eel is holding that championship, so
did not realize that.
Yeah, that is
interesting.
More gold.
Yeah,
like it writes itself.
Right in game with Leroy. Look, Pete is saying there's an incredible matchup we have lined up for Leroy. I think this opponent worked right in game with me. Listen, I like surprises, and I'm always game. I just hope that they're game. I hope they're ready because the energy I'm bringing back for this comeback, I hope they're ready for it.
Word. It's gonna be more energy than Ray did the intro.
Yes.
I thought the intro worked. Leroy, did you have a problem with that intro?
I didn't have a problem with it, but then Toe Tags did his intro, and it was like, damn, he blew it out the water. Like it was like, dang. Like,
I thought mine was very genuine. Again, it's my brother here. Like I'm not,
Ray, maybe just like another like a shot of espresso, some coffee or something.
my bad. Again, it's been a long week. My ribs still hurt. Again, I was hit with a bat. This is not.
Damn, we're gonna talk about these ribs all episode.
My ribs still hurt, man.
Oh man.
Moves fast. Like the fact that you did the intro. And I'm here like, oh, Ray's gonna bring the energy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm John Travolta in fucking Pulp Fiction.
Bruh.
Where
Word.
was it? So
That's crazy.
never again.
Yeah.
Never again.
Yeah, for real. You had one chance and you blew it.
Unbelievable.
Damn.
Leroy said my intro was fine.
It is for the respect
It
the
was,
craft.
it was
For respect the craft, it's good. But especially with knuckleheads,
Wow.
we start
But it
at
wasn't
9
a
o'clock.
knucklehead one.
We wake motherfuckers up at night
That's right.
with our intro. You know what I'm saying?
Sure do.
How dare you?
Shit, we all about high energy, high fun, testosterone. You know, some fucking, we getting people in electric chair matches. You know what I'm saying? We putting you through tables. This is the ECW fucking podcast, Ray. We don't do none of this fucking Bell Atlantic shit. All right?
Tase your ass and throw you off the fucking canopy.
Damn, Ray's too young for the Bell Atlantic shit.
Damn.
I was thinking, did you mean the Mid Atlantic?
No,
Nah,
Bell Atlantic
that
was the
first
original
company.
AT&T.
Yeah.
And
See, I was still thinking wrestling. That's why I'm like,
what's
did
his,
you
Wow.
what's his name? I forgot his name. He did the voice for Vader.
Earl Jones, bro.
James L. Jones. He goes, "Welcome to Bell Atlantic."
See,
Oh.
See, this is
I'm here with you. So
Get older, Ray.
In the 30s.
Get older.
no,
I
you're
see,
history.
'cause he's talking about easy. I'm thinking he meant Mid Atlantic, like territories. That's what. Again, my bad.
Come on, Ray.
My
Well, that
brain
means
went to
I'm not in
wrestling.
your head, Ray.
You
I'm
never
sorry.
used a rotisserie phone?
A rotisserie,
Rotary.
I mean, a rotary phone.
If we can't cook
I don't know how to read. I know how to use a phone. though.
You never made a rotisserie chicken with a phone, Ray?
I did not, but I just want Ray to approach everything in life with energy that he had trying to find a replacement. I tried everyone. No one wanted to help me.
Ray, you just need to produce Lala. That was it.
Yeah.
I did. She was back. She was fine. She was
Yeah.
good. But still, Pete was forcing me to go out. This is not good.
Yeah, big game. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, here we
Yes,
go.
sir.
What about this first opponent and we are wrestling is Ray?
Ooh.
Listen,
Easy peasy.
I if Ray, listen, I'll hit Ray with the finger poke of doom if that's what he needs, if that's what he'll take.
Yes.
That's fine, because as long as he's on the floor, I can kick him.
Yeah. What y'all do after the match to him is not my concern. I'm focused on stacking wins so I can get championships. You know what I'm saying?
I'll take the loss for the good brother. It's all good.
Winner gets
All right.
$1 million and the number one contendership.
Oh
Let's
man.
see now. Let's
Wait,
see if
are
Ray
you
now will-
producing? Are you producing said $1 million?
No. This is
Wow, are
Pete's
you producing $1
This is-
million?
This is
Because
Pete's,
if you are,
Pete's organization. He's producing this shit.
Word.
We
Get
just
out of here, Ray.
Don't be
you
rude.
don't even have to win the match. You just have to survive. That's
Because I
we're
feel like
ready to
me
rumble.
and Leroy would just again shake on it. I'll take the finger poke, but we'll
First
share.
blood match. Oh, I'm sorry,
Right.
Ray. Yeah,
What?
I
first
yeah,
blood.
I gotta.
What?
Yep. First
We'll go
blood
to Jersey
street
for
match.
this, because you know
The
New York
car is going
Sorry,
in
Ray.
the ring.
Shit, so I
Ray,
gotta
it
fight
shouldn't
back
take
now.
that
I'm sorry,
long,
Leroy.
right? Your hair is red. We both know how much that bleeds already, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say technically, I
Wow.
feel like I win just by default, right? Like,
All we
Pour
have to
water
do
on
is
his
just
head?
pour.
like
that's
yeah, I
it.
just get a little bit of
That's
sweat on him, and then that's it, right?
There we
Like,
go. That's it. It's
It's sad.
3 stages of hell.
We made it work. We
oh,
made it
man.
work.
See,
Stages of hell.
There
if
you
it
go,
rains
Pete.
outside,
Book
you
it.
won't catch me outside.
Or the total
Word.
opposite. I mean,
There
it's
you
it's not blood. Keep hitting him.
Oh, Joe, stop it.
Yeah,
I'm
we're gonna have
sorry.
to
Trying
send
to
that
get
shit to the
this to
lab.
be an
Wait 3
easy-
weeks to get it back to confirm his blood.
We gotta
It's gonna
just
be a long match for you, Ray.
Oh man, we gotta wait for the results. That'll take like a week. Jesus.
We're just trying to get this to be an easy peasy match here. Oh man,
Easy.
WCW triple cage match for Ray.
Can we might as well just do war games at
Ray.
that point.
War
games.
There you go. Big game, Leroy and Prolific versus Ray in a 5-on-1 War Games match.
No, wait, no. I get to pick my team then.
No.
I get to pick my team.
No.
Ray versus
Yes.
Nick Gage.
Oh hell no. No.
Only if Nick Gage has the pizza cutter.
No,
Ray, you
no.
get to pick your team, but you start the match with Lala.
Ooh.
I get to pick my team.
But you start the match with Lala.
Or that's your handicap.
Wait, it's 3-minute intervals, right? I think I could survive 3 minutes.
12-minute intervals.
Jesus Christ, how long is this match?
We can't do math right now. There's no math on this show, Ray.
If it's 3-minute intervals, I think I could survive. I would just have to hope one of you guys come in pretty quick.
Oh, he can survive. Yo, write that
You
down.
hear this,
He
Lala?
said he can survive 3 minutes with Lala. That's crazy with Lala. He's like, yo, Lala ain't shit. That's what he just said.
No, I just think I could survive 3
Yeah,
minutes.
Big Game is texting Lala right now. Ray's talking shit about you.
I gotta make sure Lala knows, because Ray, like, listen,
You don't
you and her
fuck
got
around
some
with
plenty
us.
to do. Maybe you didn't kidnap her, but like you know too much. You know more. You know more.
You're
than
still
you're
an accomplice.
Like
You're
seriously,
still an
bro. Like what
accomplice.
you been doing?
Word, just admit it.
Who paid you? Who paid you off, bro? It can't be that much.
Word. Why do you think he got the red hair now?
Trying to change your identity.
He's trying to be
Paid
like
you
me.
off?
That's
They got
why.
you a hair job. That was it. That's what it cost.
A hair job.
Yep.
even a
A
hair
fresh
job.
fade and
Hair
and
Whoa.
word.
I mean, at least the hair job is more permanent. The hand job, you just feel guilty afterwards. You're like, damn, I really did all
real.
that for a hand job. I could have did that myself. Like,
Listen,
damn.
Word.
listen. He's feeling guilty with this red hair because he knows that the minute he
the
falls
original?
asleep around me and I got clippers near,
It was the original.
Word.
Mm-hmm.
don't
Great.
put those glasses on.
Yeah, right?
Oh, the Daredevil glasses.
So-
Daredevil.
Big Game.
Yes, sir.
The future.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself in one of these top promotions? And which one would you prefer being in? I know the answer, it doesn't matter, but
Damn, I'm not the Rock. I'm not gonna hit y'all with that. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna hit y'all with that. But
That's the political answer.
yeah.
Nah, but I'm not gonna give you the political answer. But I would obviously any company, but like WWE is what I grew up watching, and I'd be lying if I didn't say that I didn't watch WWE and think like, damn, I could see myself offering something different for their whether it's like NXT or even like their weekly stuff, you know. And you know, there'd be moments where I'd be like, damn, like that's kind of arrogant of me. But then it's like, nah, like I really think that there's something different I could offer up there. And if I had like the production and the money and the focus and the platform, I could tell some really cool ass shit with that and tell some good stories and really bringing new audience to wrestling as a whole. I just think that the industry as a whole is changing. And I think that less and less, it's less about, like, I feel like 10 years ago it was like, oh man, we're starting to phase away from just bodybuilder types. And it's like, okay, we want really good wrestlers. And now it's like, okay, we're phasing a little bit away from that. It's like, no, we need creative art, like creative minds in wrestling. Like,
Yeah.
we need those dudes who can really bring something to the table, who can create stories, who can tell those stories in the ring. And I believe I'm one of those dudes who can tell those stories in the ring. I'm one of those dudes who can wrestle a good match. And I'm like, I think there's definitely something unique that I can bring to any TV product, you know, and I feel like I have the confidence to say that, and I feel like I have the track record and the resume that speaks for myself, you know.
Now, who
Nice.
did you idolize growing up watching wrestling?
I think the first few people was like Rey Mysterio, Jeff Hardy, RVD. I just love different weird ass dudes like who just did their own thing. Rey Mysterio was just a freaking superhero, like to me as a kid. So I was like, he was just super cool. He could do no wrong in my eyes. Jeff Hardy was just the coolest, like just jumping off of anything he could find. And I was just like, I want to be just like him. And, you know, my stupid ass almost jumping out of windows and shit with fucking socks on arms and shit. So, you know, those are definitely the influences early on. As I got older, I started watching the indies, and guys like El Generico and Kevin Steen were guys that I was like, oh man, I want to be an indie wrestler and I want to be just like them because they're doing it their own way and they're doing different stuff than everybody else,
and that's so what's the word? They're not so scripted or limited compared to
they're always doing their own thing and they're not putting themselves in a box.
Right.
Like they're always doing their own thing. And I think that there's anything that I've taken away from people like that. It's like, yo, I'm just going to do my own thing, to quote Miles Morales from Spider-Verse, man, like I see everybody doing something else. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. And like, even if people don't catch on to it right away, even if people are like, they're still going to go all the way over there, I'm gonna still do my own thing. And anybody who's down and really about this industry and really about, wrestling and quality wrestling, they'll find their way to me. They'll eventually find their way. My time in the sun will always come. And I believe in the work that I've put in over almost 10 years now. I believe in the work that I've put in, to get back to the ring. And I believe in the work that I'm going to put in for the rest of however long I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying?
Love that. Now, we've seen you in a lot of tag team matches. Who's your favorite tag team partner that you've had?
Oh man, I've had a lot of tag partners. I definitely think Spice Spiegel has been like one of my funnest ones that I've had recently. Me and her had quite a run at Battle Club and Fallout Shelter. Supporting her a lot has been a lot of fun. I know she's a lot younger in wrestling and stuff like that in terms of her experience, but the passion and the creativity she has is like almost second to none. It's pretty crazy, like for someone that young in wrestling to have figured out so much of like the creative aspects of it. And she gives me a lot of ideas and she gives me a lot to piggyback off of. And, she's kind of like, taking a little bit of a slight step back from wrestling to focus on other things. But even now, she still gives me a lot of like inspiration, a lot of ideas and a lot of stuff to keep me going. Very close second.
Spice. She's so amazing.
She's sweet. She's like the sweetest. Like I like you can't see her jump into a ring and not like adore her and want to.
Yeah.
I think, matter of fact, she might have even gotten in your match at Invictus with Bougie at one point where he just looked at her and he was like, "Who the hell are you?" She's like, "Oh, hi, I'm Spice." It is like, oh my, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't
she
know.
was just helping, you know what I mean?
Know.
Like she's an interesting kind of person because she's not really a violent person, which kind of doesn't lend well to wrestling, because it's like why the fuck are you here if you're not here to play?
Hey,
but like she's here to have fun, and
Yeah.
she's good at having fun, and she's good at what she does and what she brings to the table for sure.
And her matches with Sammy Chaos was always fun to watch. Them two really had a great a chemistry together in the ring. It was great to watch.
Yeah. I'm still waiting to see that final big one-on-one match. I'm gonna need y'all to bother Battle Club or Fallout Shelter when they come back and be like, hey, we want Spice and Sammy Chaos. We want Spice and Sammy Chaos. You know what I mean? Let them know like that's still something we want to see, because I know that's something I still want to see. I'm super biased, but I don't give a shit. Like I think it's something that people want to see. But yeah, no, Spice Spiegel, like definitely one of my closest friends, and I think someone that I definitely enjoy collaborating with a ton. Me and Ray have a mutual friend, Anthony Gangone, who I've teamed up with a lot in the past. Although it's like a weird like good friends, better enemies kind of thing. Like he'll beat me up, we'll team together. He'll beat me up, we'll team together. At some point, it's like a toxic relationship. like I'm like, I should probably not keep picking up the phone when this guy calls me.
Now he's a little out there right now. I still don't know what's going on. Happy birthday to him, by the way, though. It is his birthday.
Oh, yay.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Gangone.
There you go. That's my brother right there. But he's going through some phase right now. I don't know what's going on. But
he got his doctorate, right?
Yeah, he finally got his doctorate. Yes, he's Dr. Sleep. But yeah, that is a match I was gonna say earlier again, because you guys have the frenemy relationship where again you guys can team but also pull out the best matches out of each other. Like the last one you guys did at I believe it was CZW.
Yeah.
You guys had it where you guys just again it showed so many clips, there's so many moments in there. What you guys are now, I could see just being a whole even more insane type of match.
Yeah,
see that be ran back.
Yeah, no, I would love to run that back. And like, you know, there's a lot of places he's at right now that I'm trying to find my way back into. And he's definitely a boss battle that I'm looking at down the line where I'm like, yeah, I got to see how I measure up. Because to me, he was always one of those guys that I was always chasing early on in my career, trying to measure myself up to, which isn't always the healthiest mindset to have because you shouldn't really be measuring yourself up to anybody. But like, he was a good measuring stick. Like, okay, if I'm here and he's here, how do I get to there, kind of thing. And like, it's been fun to try to keep up with him, and in some ways help challenge him, and in other ways, you know, watch him blow me out in the water and do other crazy shit.
No, I mean, yeah, you have to have that goal, that something to chase. Because if you're thinking you're the best, you're gonna slow down in your progress and all that. You know, it keeps you sharp.
Yeah. Iron sharpens iron is what I've was drilled into my head for years.
Definitely, no.
Word.
Don't get content. Smart.
Right. Even though it's the sharpening rock that sharpens the iron, but it's all right. We got it.
So
Semantics.
Yeah.
Come on, don't let the phrase go. Just
Listen, man. I'm gonna be that guy. It started with the rock,
guy.
and now it's going after the iron.
Don't go.
I'm getting all the minerals out in this motherfucker.
Well, after today, apparently the Rock has no one to go after because we saw what happened earlier.
Yeah, I guess the Rock is off of Mania now.
Wait, so this is my theory. This is my theory. It's gonna be the Rock versus Cody versus Seth versus Roman in a 4-way unification match.
Like WrestleMania 2000?
Yeah.
I mean, there were talks about them unifying the titles anyway.
Again, we just separated them.
That's the same thing I said.
Like, God, I was like,
we're gonna
can we
unify.
have like
Why?
can we have titles on separate shows? I don't need them unified. Like, I'm good.
And then there was talks about separating the tag team champions.
Yes, I think they need to do that.
And it's like, come on. It's either you have one team or two teams at this point. One main guy or two main guys. You know, I don't want them to separate shit. I do see a triple threat match, and I do see Seth Rollins with someone else. It's just kind of a real messed up situation. And what transpired today during this press conference was absolutely amazing television, whether it's a work shoot, whether it's a complete work, but they made you feel like, oh shit, Cody is not gonna go with Seth Rollins. We're not gonna have Cody and Seth because nobody wants that. We all want him to finish his story so we can stop hearing him say he needs to finish his story. Just either we finish it or close the fucking book because I'm tired of reading the same goddamn line over and over and over again.
You gotta finish the story.
God damn. Not for
After WrestleMania, it'll be over. He'll either finish the story or he'll have lost again. And if he's lost again, at that point, it's like, bro, yeah, I don't know if this story's getting finished anytime soon, bro.
I was gonna say because that's still an option. Like people, this is the funny thing when everyone was like, "Oh, Cody has to wrestle Roman." What if he doesn't win? Technically, the story would not be finished.
Listen, like, you know, because then maybe it's just not Roman. Maybe he's not going to finish it against Roman. Maybe it's not at WrestleMania. Maybe it's not that championship at that time. You know, who knows?
No.
I think that if they do follow through with Roman and Cody straight up, at least for one of the nights, I do think that Cody will properly finish his story. That's my prediction.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I like what I saw. I like what I saw on the live thing from what I watched, and I was like, oh, this is some good shit. Like, The Rock is embracing being a full ass heel for the first time in like 20 years.
Yep.
Like, he slapped Cody. Like, come on now. Like,
he's Hollywood. He's Hollywood Rock, and he's also CEO. Not CEO, not yet, right?
He's a director. He's a board of directors.
Head of the table and head of the board, right? We got corporate rock on top of that.
He just mixed it with everything. He's just
every gimmick he ever had is now.
He's a boulder now.
And Rocky, no, but you know what? And then we're talking about the family tree. That's the Rocky Maivia, because this is the bloodline. It was started here.
I like how he showed that giant thing. I was like, bro, we ain't got time to look at this whole entire thing of your family, man. Respectfully, like this kind of a lot. Like,
that
why need a PowerPoint slideshow on your family? Like, I got
the PowerPoints. He was like, if you can see. Slide
it started with Alpha, my great grandfather. It's like, bro, like, come on.
You know what it is? He makes these two jobs. He's like, hey, I'm sorry, this is what I have to do as a board member of the board of directors. So this is what we'll be doing for TKO. But now for all of you here, so this is the slide. You see up there we have the origins of the ancestry. I would keep going down. We might have forgot one or two, but most are there.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna
this is the real wrestling family.
We're just gonna gloss over the fact that Solo's middle name is Yokozuna.
Yeah, I brought that up to Toe when before we got live. I was like, this man's middle name is actually Yokozuna.
Seriously?
Yeah.
If you look, because someone
I did
posted,
not know that.
It's Joseph. It was Joseph Yokozuna.
He's in the same row as Naomi and Jay and Jimmy Uso.
Yeah, it's Joseph Yokozuna Sefa Sikoa.
Listen, I just saw a big ass family tree with a whole bunch of names, and I was like, I'm not reading all that. I know what it is. It's a family tree.
They got Naomi up there.
I'll look at it later.
He's married in. That counts.
Yeah.
That counts.
Absolutely. Because if you think about it, that's how Rock's dad is in there.
Yeah.
Because he got married in.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
So if you really
how come you ain't up there
about it,
listen. I ain't meet no Samoan women yet. You know that really caught my fancy yet. But if you guys know a nice, lovely Samoan woman who's a part of the Anawai family, I will happily take her out a night at a time, and we'll see where it goes. And hopefully, I'll find my way into the bloodline.
That's it. There you go, Samoan ladies. This one's for y'all.
Someone that's named Joe and is Samoan, holla at us. Because we know, because a lot of Joes that are Samoan that's not related to that bloodline. All right.
I was gonna say there's also another world champion named Joe who happens to be Samoan.
but that bloodline is not so strong.
That's still Samoan. That is still a Samoan family, but it's not the same as Romans.
Yeah. We need that. Even though they made the joke,
his dynasty.
They made the joke. It's like if you probably ask someone though, you could trace it back enough where they are related. But yeah.
And the ways that matter, they're not really.
Yeah.
I mean, that would have been one hell of a storyline.
Like, hey, so we did your DNA test since you left your blood on me in that last match. I had to match up.
You left your blood on me, so I got a DNA test. That is
you are not the Samoan.
Not the Samoan.
That's
have Maury do that shit. You just see Paul Heyman in the background. I told you. He's not the Samoan.
Got Prince Nana in the audience dancing.
Of course.
By the way, these two guys for me right now on our TV screens are gems and must be protected at all times. Yes, one is Prince Nana, and the second one is indeed R-Truth.
Oh, absolutely. They're fantastic. Prince Nana is a good ass dude too. He always gave me gems on early on in my career. He was always good, always positive, always always infusing me with confidence, which a lot of older vets don't really like doing that. It's almost like sometimes they like when they see when they see you cocky and feeling good about yourself, they want to be like, stop. Nah. Yeah. But Nana was always like, nah, be more confident. Like, come on, walk into every room knowing what your value is.
Word.
He would, let me see if I can do the Nana. Leroy, you gonna tell me these people all over the country don't know who Big Game is? It's not the best. I also a little congested, but I tried.
No, but like I'm picturing him with his eyes like coming out of his fucking skull because he can sell that. Oh my
Yeah,
god! I'm
I
like,
mean, don't talk about his weed. You don't steal his weed.
I've heard stories. Wait a minute, I heard stories.
You do not touch Prince Nana's weed. That is a cardinal sin.
I love it. That just makes me love him even more. Oh my god!
But Prince Nana was a real
strong.
But Prince Nana was a wrestler. Like he was the real deal. He was wrestling in Ring of Honor in the early years, and he wasn't bad either. He was putting in that work. He was putting in that real work.
People forget he was about to be on that last run before he got signed with AEW. He was about to get back into the ring.
Oh yeah.
That's when he was building up the new.
Yeah.
He was building up the new embassy, and then, hey, that moment happened. So
yeah, and he went with it. And listen, he's got the Mogul embassy now.
What up, Leon?
Yo, what's going on, Leon?
Oh man. So what else do you watch on TV? Like what other superstars or just AEW wrestlers that you see that has been growing and that you just want to see them grow more?
I think the biggest one I always think of is Toni Storm. Like, I think her stuff is like great and fantastic and super different from everybody else. It's just always entertaining TV. Obviously Swerve. I've enjoyed a lot of Swerve for years, and seeing him grow into that, like, oh, this guy's gonna be like the top guy of the entire company in like a month. Like it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of when. Is really, really cool too. I'm an unashamed Young Bucks fan. Like I will never ever just not be a Young Bucks fan. They will do the stupidest, corniest, lamest shit, and it'll work, and I'll eat that shit up. Like they're call us by our birth names, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. We are the executives. It's time we started acting like it. Like I love it. It's just
over the top the way they do it. It's how they deliver it. It's like, oh, you want us to be corporate? Well, we are corporate.
Yeah, no, they're fun, and I just think that like, and this isn't they've done like 7 different gimmicks in AEW. Like they constantly do something new every single time. And I think like it just needs to be spoken more about like how hard the Young Bucks work in reinventing themselves every single go around. They'll disappear for 3-4 months. They'll come back, whole new gimmick. You know what I mean? And now they got this new angle with Sting and Darby, and think it's real dope. My feeling on Karrion Kross. I like Karrion Kross. I'm still making up my mind on how I feel about the stable. Like I'm still figuring that out, but I like Karrion Kross. Like, him and Scarlett, their presentation's pretty cool.
That they definitely have on, like the presentation is great with it.
But, I hope that this leads to something more. I love Paul Ellering with AOP and stuff like that. I'm glad that Paul Ellering's back. He is a gem to the industry, obviously, and I think that him being there for the guidance of all those guys is impactful. For Karrion as well. Like I think people are sleeping on that for him. But I mean, we got to see where it goes, right? Like I can't say, oh, this is gonna be good shit until I see, really more of it. You know what I'm saying? But I like that he's feuding with Bobby Lashley, and we're gonna see kind of where that goes, right?
Yeah,
I like how both factions are like really rebuilding themselves, because if you really think about it, the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley. Bobby was like, yes, my boys, the Street Profits. What ended up happening? The boys started losing. No, this ain't it for me. I can't do, but Bobby, nah. But Bobby, nah. And then what did they do? They stepped up. They got a little meaner, a little tougher. Stopped joking around so much. And now we're forming something here with all 3 men. Yeah. But with AOP and poor Ellery, in all honesty, when they first brought up AOP, we all heard it, that they didn't want him around. But he was literally the missing piece to bring that whole group together. If he would have stood with them, I think they would have been an insane force in the tag team division today compared to them kind of like hitting that restart button.
Yeah, absolutely. He was a big part of what they were missing, and I mean they've course corrected now, and I think that they'll do a lot better now. Regardless of how this faction goes in the long term, I think AOP with Paul Ellering will be a force in the tag division, and I think that we'll see where it goes, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
Okay, so speaking of all these factions and everything like that, I'm gonna pivot because Ray's dream match is Big Moth. He said this multiple times. Who is your dream match? If you can have anybody in any frame of history or even alive, like whoever you want it, we got it. Who's your dream match?
Or a dream moment?
I would love you're saying like any rules, right? God, if I could wrestle Prime Shawn Michaels. Okay, wait. Prime Shawn Michaels after he found God.
Okay.
Like
him and Undertaker WrestleMania.
Because I get into debates at this because people be like, Prime Shawn Michaels is 96, 97. And I'm like, that's wrong. Prime Shawn Michaels is he was at his most athletic back then. He was at his most like polished. But when he found God and he came back after the back injuries, he was a different guy. He was a lot more humble. He was a lot more giving. And he understood that psychology a lot better.
Yeah. He has arguably 3 of the best matches in WrestleMania history: Jericho, Kurt Angle, and Undertaker.
Yeah.
And even if you want to add in WrestleMania 10, but those 3 matches at WrestleMania were fucking phenomenal.
Yeah. So let me get Shawn Michaels in like 2005, 2006. Let's make.
I was gonna say, wait, do you want khaki pants, Shawn Michaels? I'll take that return right there.
Yeah. I'll take those. I'll take the tassel pants or whatever. Those are fine. But yeah, I'll take it. But that would be prime because I like the idea of being in the ring with a guy like that. I feel like there's a lot I would learn from just being in the ring with him like that, and I know it would. I just love the idea of being in the ring with someone who's like, I want every match to be this, and like that doesn't necessarily mean by doing the craziest stuff, but like that's his focus because that's how I am. And I feel like not everybody's wired that way. And I could say I want a dream match with somebody, but they might be like, all right, Leroy, it's a Thursday. All right, what are we doing? All right.
Nah, yeah, I hear you.
There's
and it's just like, come on, where's the energy?
Yeah.
It's like Ray's intro.
Yeah, I mean, jeez.
Sorry.
Ray, until the very end, man. You are not hearing the end of this.
Again, I thought it was great. I was like, hey, it's a good brother.
Again, here we
my
go.
Friend.
So
he said the word. He thought. That means he was thinking.
We don't think here.
You're not supposed to be thinking, right?
That's right.
You're not supposed to be thinking.
Like
we told you this time in and time out. Your problem is I thought it was okay. That was your problem. You was thinking that it was okay. You shouldn't be thinking in the first place.
We learned from Bruce Lee. Be like water.
I'm not supposed to think.
Yeah, like if you watch Bruce Lee, he goes, "How far is the moon?" And he goes, "I think." He goes, "Pow! Don't think, feel." Be like water, my friend. Water can flow or it can crash.
So I'm going
to put water in the cup, it becomes a cup. If you put baby in the water, baby dies.
Wow.
Be like water, my friend.
I'm gonna pivot from that.
Really
so
quickly.
I'm gonna
really quickly going back. No, not to you, Raymond. But definitely no.
Yeah.
I was gonna try to pivot away from that.
Shawn Michaels. Yeah. One of my favorite matches was SummerSlam with the model Rick Martel, and you have Sensational Sherry.
Yes.
I think to me that one because it's also Sensational Sherry, so I'm a little biased when it comes to that because she's one of the very few females during that time, during that era, that was able to take bumps like one of the boys.
Yeah.
And
bumps too.
She was bumping every match. It felt like.
Yeah, and not only that, but also be with the person who is a big name, bring them titles, get them titles. And I mean, I believe every person that she has managed, she was able to go ahead and say, yeah, I was with them when they were a champion and I helped them.
Yeah.
The longevity for
she was never overshadowed.
No. So I think that particular match where both men are like kind of in love with Sherry and Sherry doesn't know what to do and she's like, oh my God, I pass out. And then Michaels is like, no, where are you taking her? I'm taking her. And then they're just completely fighting all the way. The way that they told the story. And Shawn Michaels was so good of just telling stories, just trying to sell it. He was a heel, but so was the model Rick Martel. So who was the bigger heel here?
Yeah.
So, and then Sherry is just oh my God, I
got the damsel in distress
she
moment
literally
there.
was Tony Storm right now. Like, oh, I feel faint.
Yeah. It was too much. It was too much for her. Those two men fighting after her. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I assume most women would feel that way if it was Shawn Michaels and Rick Martel fighting over them, right?
Word. Yo, me and Ray got one chick fainted when we fought over her once.
What?
Nah.
So back to this.
Oh,
I'm gonna use the word feel because apparently I can't think on this.
Yeah,
on
don't
show
think
anymore.
it, bro.
I feel another
Let it go.
match that I again I want to use the word think, but I feel like you would be you and El Generico.
Yes, that would be.
But to be perfect, that era of the Steen Generico feud.
Ooh.
Not just any El Generico, but that one that went through the ladder wars and went through just that real age of honor there.
Yeah, I would take that because that Generico's got like the talent and the charisma, but he's also got that edge. He's got that a little bit of a creative side to him. Yeah, I definitely would love to get pushed to the limit by a guy like that for sure. Yeah, no, that's a good one.
There you go. See, I felt that right. There you go. Are we okay with that? That just sounds horrible to say. Like, can I use the word think again? Because that's
you're good.
For this moment, sure, I'll allow it because it was a good one. You did well on this one.
If you have the ass, you can't afford it.
I can't stand it.
I can't do nothing on this show.
What is your favorite type of wrestling match?
No, you could do nothing. You just can't think.
My favorite type of wrestling match. I really love the ladder matches growing up.
Okay.
I think I still do. I have not been in one myself as a competitor. Oh my gosh, I have not ever been in a ladder match. Been in a lot of matches, never a ladder match.
There you go, Pete.
Yeah.
Big mouth ladder match
there, but I do think eventually, I just because I think there's a lot of creativity still that a lot of I think we're in the era now where a lot of people pull from older ladder matches and they go, yeah, it's an homage to Razor and Michaels and the Hardys and Edge and Christian and the Dudleys, and it's like, okay, but where's the creativity? Where's the brand new shit? I think the men's Money in the Bank ladder match this year was like a really good start in terms of bringing a lot of brand new spots, a brand new creativity. But yeah, like I want to see more of that. And I think that both as a performer, I want to bring more of that, but I also want to see more of that too, for sure.
Yeah, because they kind of got repetitive ladder matches.
I mean,
climb up, jump off.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just kind of felt like, oh, I just got to do what people expect us to do, and it's like that's not really how a ladder match is supposed to go. You do what makes sense for you and for the story you're trying to tell, and that should influence you on the creativity and the whatever you do.
Word.
I agree.
Yeah.
So all right, going back to the beginning of Little Game Leroy. Yeah. Little Game Leroy. We got your dreams, your ambitions, and all that other stuff. But what made you go, I'm going to be a wrestler?
I think I was just like, man, this is really cool, and I probably won't be good at it, but I got to try, right? Like, because if I don't try it, I'm just going to be mad at myself for the rest of my life. So I think I always wanted to do it, but I didn't think I could actually do it because I was like, wasn't an idiot. I was like, I'm not 6'2". I'm not white. I'm not jacked out the gills. Like I'm not John Cena. Like I don't look that way. I'm not built that way. I could work out, but I'm still not gonna look like that. You know what I mean? So I was like very self-aware, not even like on a like sad boy shit. Like I was just like, yo, like that's just not how the dice are falling for a guy like me.
In reality, that's how they perceive it. That's how people perceive wrestling, bodybuilders and 6'7" giants and shit. Yeah.
So when I became a teenager and I was watching the product, and like a lot of younger wrestlers were coming in, a lot not necessarily smaller, but they looked different, like CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, and them. I was like, okay, like, there's a shift happening here, and those guys can become champions. Like those guys can become top guys. Those guys can be taken seriously. Those guys can wrestle John Cena and Triple H, and nobody's gonna blink when they win, kind of thing. So I was like, I owe it to myself to give this a shot. I graduated high school, and then I think the next month I was at the House of Glory Wrestling School, because that was the way I was like, yo, as soon as I graduate high school, I'm trying this. And if I suck at it, then I move on. I focus on college or whatever, whatever people are supposed to do when they finish high school. And if I am good at it, then I guess I'm doing this for the rest of my life. And spoiler alert, I focused on college, clearly. Nah, I was bad at it, and but I loved it. And I wasn't like the most naturally gifted at it, but I enjoyed the activity of training to wrestle. And I think there's a lot of people that don't enjoy the activity of wrestling. They enjoy what wrestling gives them. They enjoy feeling famous. They enjoy being on podcasts like this dope one I'm on right now. They enjoy the benefits. They enjoy the benefits of wrestling. They don't actually enjoy wrestling. They like wrestling when it's good to them, when it makes them feel good about themselves, when it gives them 5,000 followers on Instagram. And I'm like, I love wrestling. I didn't do it so that I could post a clip of me doing something cool in the ring to my Instagram and get like 50 likes. I just wrestled because it was fun.
Yeah.
Then I got good at it because it was fun. And now I'm at where I'm at, and I'm grateful, and I'm truly blessed because, shit don't have to work out this way for a guy like me. It don't got to, I don't like the whole wrestling doesn't owe us anything, but I do think life doesn't owe you shit. Like you have to work for it. You got to put yourself in place for it to happen, And I feel like I've worked hard to put myself in place for certain things to happen a certain kind of way for me. And I've been very fortunate that it's kind of worked out for me so far. Torn ACL notwithstanding, but shit happens. Life has setbacks so that you can move forward, right? So like that's where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I hear you. So all right, another quick question. If let's say I decided I'm gonna go start training to be a wrestler, what's the most important aspect in your eyes in the whole game to being successful?
I think taking training seriously and being consistent as soon as you start doing it. Because I think like the worst mistake people make is they do it for like a week or two and then they fall off and they try to jump back next month. And it's like, it's not like the gym. Like, it's like, if you're going to do it, commit to it, be there every single week, multiple times a week, learn whatever, because everybody learns at different time frames. Everybody has different athletic backgrounds. So like it might take certain things might be easier for you, certain things might be harder for you, but you won't even like learn it or get like and figure that stuff out if you're not there enough. You know what I mean? So like, if especially if it's like a thing of like, hey, you're like older in like life or whatever, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, don't waste time then. You don't got time to waste. Like jump into this, start doing it now.
Word. What's going on, Cheap Pop?
Hey,
I saw GG put a peace sign up. I'm like, that's what we all doing.
Word.
I'm not gonna interrupt you while you're talking. I just acknowledge the message. Like, hey.
What's up, Cheap Pop Wrestling?
So all right, so what about somebody that, because you have an original gimmick, like you have an original idea for your character, someone that's struggling, like he knows what he wants, but he's struggling to let it go, and then other people get in his ear. What do you think about stuff like that?
I think like you got to do what makes sense for you, man. Like, at the end of the day, sure, could someone give you a character or something that sounds like a cool idea and you could go out and perform it? Sure, that's what WWE is essentially, right? But like, a lot of us aren't actors. Some of us have good acting skills. I know I do, but like not everybody's built like that. And I think that you got to do what feels right for you. And if it's not authentic to you and you don't feel like you can play it well, then don't do it. You know what I mean? Because then it's like, then you're wasting your time. And
right
that's not even your idea.
People's gonna see right through it. The
Exactly.
audience,
It's
the
not even
people
gonna
that's trying
get
to give you this
over.
feedback is gonna see right through the bullshit.
Yeah, no one's gonna even connect with it. And it's like, you'd be better off being yourself. And maybe it might still be kind of whack. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it might still be kind of whack, but at least it's you. And no one can take that away from you. And you can at least still keep working at it. You know what I mean? And maybe then it's just got to be like a little bit of a shift. And it's got to be like, all right, I got to turn heel, or I got to, whatever, or I got to switch this about myself, versus you going, well, I'm this other person's character and it's still not working. Golly gee, what do I do? And then you look like an ass.
No. So how quick would that change be? Like, let's say you say that the other person's character is not working and you go, yo, I really want to be a playboy, but this guy has me as a computer geek or something. Like, how quick would you change your character?
I mean, I think it's a matter of seeing, like, how do we know it's not working? Is it like, what companies are you wrestling for? How are you presenting the character? Are you like, is it like, are you really doing everything you can to get this stuff over? Are you really doing everything you can to make it make sense? Like, is the character something that you just wear and then when you get in the ring, you just wrestle like a normal dude? Or is it something that's in everything that you do? Because that's the stuff, like, that's my issue with a lot of wrestling when I watch it on TV. And I don't like to pull back the curtain too much, but like, that's what my issue is. Like, there's a lot of cosmetic cosplay gimmicks. When people put on a costume, they'll be like, I'm trying to think of the right example. Like, someone will be like, I'm a cheerleader. Cool. They have the pom-poms, they have the outfit, they have the everything, the cute skirt, the whatever. And then they come out, they have the music is a cheerleading theme. They do the whole dance. They step in the ring. Bell rings. Pom-poms go away. Everything goes away. Lock up. A headlock.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. I don't really see a cheerleader doing that. I think they would do like a cartwheel or something, right? Or maybe a handspring, right?
And it's like
forget
they're
that
kind of
part
like,
of psychology of the.
they're kind of and in their heads, they're just like kind of like counting the steps of what I
Right, like they're just wrestling. And they're not wrong. Like, the wrestling is probably not even like bad wrestling. It just disconnects me. Like, what if you were watching Friday the 13th and like you're seeing Jason start like making jokes right before he kills people? You would probably be like, what the fuck am I watching? This doesn't feel like the Jason I know. Like, I'm disconnected from it. I can't take him killing these people seriously anymore.
The Michael Myers Rob Zombie Part 2, when he started grunting when he was killing people, I was like, nah, I'm out. It's like, Michael Myers don't fucking grunt. Sorry. He's supposed to be a demon.
That didn't make sense.
You don't need all that extra stuff. You don't need that.
That was too much. That was extra. We didn't need that.
Yeah, just kill the motherfucker. We don't need the grunting. We'd be all right.
This is why we don't acknowledge the Rob Zombie ones, because
no.
So, like, all right, not.
I'm someone. I got this song in my head. Never gonna stop me. Never gonna stop.
I'm someone full of questions about shit like this. But one last question. Let's say, because when we started doing the podcast, me and Cho, he was like, "Oh, if we don't curse, we'll get more viewers." 15 minutes into not cursing, I said, "Fuck that. I can't do that." Let's say someone comes out, they start a character like, "Oh, I think this would be cool. It'll be different," and they realize this shit ain't for me. Like, I can't bring myself to do this. Then how soon would you change? Because if you have bookings as Big Game Leroy and then you decide to be, well, you know what, now I'm Garbage Man Fred, like, does that fuck up like the bookings? Or
probably like, you can't, you know what I mean, like, you can't deny that, you know what I mean, but at the same time, it depends. Like, what do you really want to do? Are you doing this just for the bookings? Are you gonna like make it work? Maybe you could be Garbage Man Fred some places and Big Game Leroy other places. You know what I mean? Like, not everything is black and white. Like, you could do both. Mick Foley played 3 characters on TV at the same time. On Monday Night Raw. I don't want to hear that shit. We can play multiple characters at the same time.
No, it definitely does work. And again, it also depends on the place. For certain places, they already might have an idea. I'm like, this is how we want to bring you in. This is what we're gonna do. Sometimes companies, and again, to peel back a little bit, sometimes they have their own vision for you that you might not even see for yourself.
I honestly think that it has to deal with more with the individual that is going through each and every one of them. You know, you have to have fun in this. All right. I'm not a wrestler, but I listen, I taken a bump or two. No, thank you. I'm okay. I'll just talk about it. That hurt. But watching like watching all you guys, like being in the independent scene like for the last like 2.5 years, going on to 3, just watching you guys kind of create, you can tell who's having really fun out there. And for the most part, it is everybody. But there's some other matches that we've seen that, not to say it seems robotic, but it more or less like, this is the character who I am, and this is what I'm just gonna do in the ring real quick. Or they blow up quickly. Or it's like you bring all this energy and then blow up a little bit too quickly. We see it, but you know what? We still love it. We still love you. We're gonna continue to support this. I think it really necessarily has to do with the person that is going through all these character changes, going through all of these emotions, and how they're going to take the ball and run with it.
Yeah. No, for real. And like, there's a lot of different factors that kind of go into this stuff. And I'm glad that you brought it all up, because that's the challenges of doing this stuff. This stuff isn't supposed to be easy. You know what I mean? It's not supposed to be. You know, I think the fun to me is the fact that this is kind of difficult. There's a lot of things that go into being a good independent wrestler. And even then, I put an air quote because it's all opinions, right?
Yeah.
Like, someone could see me and just be like, I don't like that. The same way, you know, you could put on, I guess, like what, Citizen Kane or some shit, and then be like, they'll find one asshole that'll be like, no, that's not good. I don't like it. And it's like, well, why? I don't like it. And it's like, okay, you're whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
unfortunately, it's all
like,
perception. It's all just
right. And it's
art.
It's art. So it's like, you're always going to have people who have opinions. I'll happily tell people when they have a stupid opinion, but you know, by all means, whatever.
That's always the fun part. Like,
because I do think
tell
that there
Paul
is
all the time about his stupid opinions.
Yeah, like I do think there's some objectivity to it, because I'll tell people when I'm like, oh no, that wrestler's a good wrestler. They're just not getting a chance to showcase themselves.
Yeah.
Or that I'll straight up say like, no, they're not a good wrestler. They have a good gimmick. Someone in the office likes them. Someone really likes them. They're really pretty. They got abs all the way straight down to their dick. Like you know, I see why they're there, but like they don't know how to wrestle. Like, that's it. And that's fine, because whatever gets you to the dance is whatever gets you to the dance. But like, I'm not afraid to just say like, yo, that dude can't wrestle.
Yeah.
So you can choose not to answer this, because this might be pulling back the curtain a lot. Okay. When you wrestle someone like that, how do you handle that?
I've never really wrestled anybody who I felt like was that bad, or at the very least I knew that they were inexperienced. So the kind of match I had with them was it was put together a certain kind of way where I was able to still have a good match with them. And I am very fortunate that I've been taught very well, and I've been able to have the experiences that I've had, and I've been able to work down to some people's levels and bring out the best in them. So I've never really had experiences like that. The worst match experiences I've had, I've usually been with wrestlers who are on the same level as me. And it's because maybe we're butting heads creatively. So it's not a matter of, oh, this guy, Leroy, is a good wrestler. Wrestler X is a good wrestler. That should be an awesome match. It's like, no, sometimes Leroy has this idea. Wrestler X has this idea. And we cannot get on the same page, because we both know we're good. We both know what we're talking about, but we just can't compromise, or we just can't see each other in the middle. You know what I mean? And sometimes that happens. This is a collaborative art form. Two wrestlers have to come together and put the match together and perform in the match. You know, and you go from there.
Okay. I see the
I was waiting for the
comment.
I mean, Jelani, I guess I'll see you in the ring. Good enough then? I don't know what that means. I mean,
I know that's a good thing if you're saying, because you haven't wrestled.
Well, he's
gonna want that for yourself.
So I don't know how much
you
gonna wrestle.
Probably shouldn't. Yeah, you probably shouldn't wrestle if you have a
should.
Like just a recommendation.
Yeah, like sure. Maybe let's not get in the ring.
You probably don't want to bump for.
Let's not do that. I remember when I took my first one, I was like, oh, you want to do that again? No, not really.
Just jokes. No,
we're gonna do it again, right? Yeah. I don't think I have much of a choice here, because we're friends. When you have friends that is just like, yo, just get in here one time, just do it one time, just one time. How do you feel? Not so good. not so good, sir. I was fragile, and I was a lot skinnier then. Like fucking bone. That's it. It was bone hitting Matt, and I was like, nah. I think I was.
You were lean. You were lean. You were lean. That's what
I
we're gonna
was
say.
like, I think I'd just rather talk shit about it, and I'll just watch you guys and just give you shit for it.
I was gonna say, I mean, one is easier than the other. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not
Absolutely, and that's why, like, but I always will defend, like, obviously you have these people out there in the world, ignorant ones. Wrestling is fake, and it's like you're gonna have this argument with the wrong person right now. So if I were to hit you with this for camera, do you think it will hurt? Well, if it's you, then yeah. I was like, okay, well, they're still feeling it.
Yeah.
That hurts. Their bodies are consistently falling. There's no off season.
It wasn't fake when Big Game Leroy tore his ACL.
Injuries are real. That was the next thing. Injuries are real.
My favorite thing is like I don't get the fake discourse. At least anybody who's gone to a Big Game Leroy match, I don't get that. My favorite thing is I'll get it online a lot, right? Because the nature of my character or whatever. But like I never get it from like a match that anybody sees live. And I think that's the real barometer, right? It's like when you're there live, it's a different vibe.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do my shtick, I do my thing, but like you're gonna tell me any of the stuff that I'm doing, any of the emotion, the passion, the way I go about the moves, taking the moves, receiving the moves, the selling. Like if you try to tell me that it's fake, like I mean, I've never heard anybody, at least not anybody brave enough to tell me to my face that anything I've done is fake. And I don't think it's just a tough guy. I mean, listen, it's not being intimidation. It's because I think what I do in the ring does such a great job of bringing people in and making people go, oh, I want to see if Leroy can get through this match. I want to see Leroy overcome this and win, kind of thing, kind of vibe, And I think that I evoke that emotion a lot out of people, and I think it has a lot to do with the believability and the way that you bring people in, and that has nothing to do with a video game. That has more to do with the way that you perform the actual wrestling.
Yeah,
no, for real.
Yeah, the story you're telling in there, like I believe the biggest one of that was with you and Loki. That's one where again you tell that story in there. You have that psychology of he's generally going to try to kill you, but you make it work to a T of even convincing him. Hey, let's play a game in here, which you did beat him in again, just for the record. But
beat him in Street Fighter.
It
works.
You rub that in there, Ray.
Word.
Yeah, I mean, I'll rub it in there. Like I'm not like listen. I beat him in Street Fighter. He won the actual match, but listen, I beat him in Street Fighter, and
that's what counts.
Victory. That's what counts, man.
Word. But yeah, I'm a man of passion, and I have a very strong passion for this business because literally it's the first thing that I saw as a child. Like I'm like 1-2 years old, and I'm watching wrestling with my family. Like I didn't watch G.I. Joes and all that shit. I'm watching wrestling, and I can sit here and watch Taz, Bubba Ray, Tommy Dreamer, and Paul Heyman talk to Corey Graves, and all four of these grown-ass men are crying about ECW and their business. To me, that can never be fake. Yeah. When you have four grown men like that killing each other every night, crying because of the appreciation they have for what they did in this business, there's no way that this shit is fake. That's 100% real.
No, that passion, the years they put in, like the sacrifices, the stuff they put their body through. You can't fake that. You can't fake years. No. Some people don't have years of doing anything. Some people don't do anything meaningful in their lives. And that might sound like a dickhead thing to say, but like some people really don't.
It's true though.
And like there's a lot of people in wrestling who maybe aren't the biggest names. Maybe they haven't made millions of dollars. Maybe they don't have their catchphrase said over and over on TV, but like they poured their passion into this and they loved what they did. And that needs to be respected and appreciated on all levels.
Definitely. No, again, it is why, no pun intended, why I always encourage respect the craft. Because it is one. It is something to have that respect for. Again, the years that people are putting into this, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the cliche terms, but it is true. Again, it is why when I say, hey, these guys are my brothers, because we built that years of knowing these guys. There's a lot. Leroy knows it. There's a few of us that are truly, that bond is there. but I will call these guys my brothers just because of we shared that road.
Yeah,
This is a
absolutely.
business where they always say the bad stuff about, oh, like it's cutthroat. It's like, yeah, there it is at times. But if you're able to find those that it's like, hey, we've been through it, we'll get through it. These are my brothers, never change it.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. Like that shit's beautiful because that's the same mentality that I try to carry with me as I move through all this stuff.
And then come this Sunday, you are going for the win.
Yeah, next Sunday.
Next
Yeah. Hey, we're almost there.
We're
Yeah.
10 days away. 10 days away.
Yeah.
It's insane. Again, the countdown begins, and from there it's just it's the new chapter here. We're gonna try to not use it's a new playthrough because the term story kind of got killed today.
Yeah.
Like it is
I'm done.
It's a
I
playthrough.
am up to here with the fucking word story. I'm so sorry. I am up to here with this fucking word story.
This is your journey.
Finish the story.
Yeah, there you go. It's your game.
Finish the game.
That's right. You on the next level.
God. No, you know what killed me? Becky Lynch came out with a freaking book and she was like, it's time for me to tell my story. I was like, if you don't use another fucking word besides story.
Word.
Like, listen, we're finishing the game. We're coming back to finish the game.
That's it.
Finishing the game.
I need to finish the game.
There you go. That save file wasn't done yet. You gotta come back.
No,
to
it wasn't. It wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
It was like they ripped the game out of the console, and it was just like there was no way. So the data got a little corrupted, but it's okay. I got to finish the game. Doesn't matter where we left off. I got to finish the game.
That's right. Shit. Don't fuck around with it.
That's it.
Again, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you're in the building. This will be next Sunday, February 18th. It is Fans Bring the Weapons as Wrestlers Lab presents Showabunga 2 Mecca Mayhem live from Richfield Park at the Mecca. So you're going to want to be there because it's going to be insane. Stacked card from top to bottom, including this insane 5-on-5 matchup there. So much talent on both teams. Bring your weapons, which again are appropriate. Let's make sure appropriate weapons.
Yeah, they got
Aaron Ash I saw there.
Yo, chill out, y'all.
Is that what?
Was that Aaron Ash?
Yes, Aaron Ash is on the opposing team.
Yeah.
It's going to be Aaron Ash. You got Mag Zero in there. You got Travis Huckabee.
Okay, so it's 5-on-5. I thought this was like a 10-man.
No, it's 5-on-5.
Okay.
Yeah, we got teams.
All right.
Yeah.
Leroy got some good people on his team too. Look at that. You got Leroy in there. Got Abs. Got MV Young.
Oh man,
Maybe Smooth in there.
Can we trade Abs? No, stop.
You want to trade
Wow,
Abs?
you don't like Abs?
You want to trade Abs with Abs?
Ash for Abs, yeah. I mean,
you wanted to trade?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to make NBA trades. I know the NBA trade deadline.
Listen, it was just a hypothetical question. I was like, I think it was going to answer.
I don't know if that's how.
No, but
that
Abs is awesome. Like, he has some great abs, and it's like every week, not every week, every time we see him.
Summer body every day.
Word.
That man got every day. It looks great.
So, if you could tell the people now, what are your preferred weapons for people to bring? What would you say?
Please bring all the controllers, all the old consoles, laptops, computer screens. If you got an old CRT TV screen, I would love to throw someone's head through it. I used to watch a lot of old CZW because I'm a little bit of a loon, and I love the exploding TV stuff. So maybe I could put someone's head through there and maybe flip a switch and you know what I'm saying. But I mean, we'll see about that. You know what I'm saying? But bring electronics, bring old electronics that you don't need no more, and I'll put them to good use. I mean, I know we're big on recycling old electronics, but there's after. Why don't we recycle it out of that?
Tapes that they don't need to be saved. It's okay.
Exactly, right? How about we save the recycling for after this match? You know what I'm saying? Just bring them our way, and we'll recycle all of it afterwards.
That's it. We run the batteries in parallel and blow them
afterwards by recycling it.
Yeah. Whatever's left, obviously. There might be pieces. It might be better for regular trash at that point. But that's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. Right. If there's anything fun or unique, you got like a box or a shelf. I don't know. Y'all can get creative. I don't care.
They didn't say explosives weren't illegal, so
Yes, explosives are very
No.
illegal.
You gave the list
fire.
earlier. You said
That's
nothing
not
about
fire.
explosives.
It falls in
Call
the
it
same
a
category
fire.
as
You
fire.
need fire
Yeah,
to make it explosive.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
There's no fire
No.
in it. No
Well,
no
fire, you
fire
don't
in
need
the
fire,
bubble.
but when you combust, like it combusts, so it's
Yeah,
fire.
it makes
you know what I
fire,
mean?
so can't have that.
A little bit. Like a
No.
grenade isn't strong enough to burn down a building.
I think this is the time we start wrapping this up now because
I was gonna say I've been
Yeah.
having fun, but I just peeped the time. I was like,
yeah,
God,
it might be time to wrap this up. We
I
might have to
think
take it home time.
what's my favorite Sting match in TNA? I do think Sting has had an amazing run in wrestling. That's tough. I think he had a really awesome match with like Kurt Angle. I trying to remember. I think it was at a Bound for Glory or something like that. Like that one. I feel like it was a Bound for Glory. I think Ray's fact checking me because Ray's an encyclopedia on a lot of stuff.
I want to say 06, 07.
It was earlier on.
Yeah, I want to say. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up because I want to say it's 07. No,
It was
I'm
a
not,
good
I
match.
want to say it was 07.
It was definitely Perk Angle. It was definitely Perk Angle.
Yeah.
That was the one where he did the 450 foot stomp. You're laughing, but he really did that. Like,
yes, it was 07. Hey,
Bound for Glory.
Shit.
All right,
But
I
you
think
got to
that match
watch
was
the
awesome.
Sting versus Muda matches.
Well, he said TNA, and
He
I
said
don't know.
TNA.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm a WCW head, so you know.
There you go. But,
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, you know, we don't want to keep you any longer than you need to be. We'll give you the full screen. You can promote whenever you want. You can threaten Ray. You know,
I think
whatever it is.
why would you threaten me? That is my
we'll threaten Ray. We got this.
I think
Word.
Ray's gotten his shit kicked in enough tonight, so I will pass on that. But I will remind y'all to please show up and show out to Wrestlers Lab, please. Next Sunday, the 18th, New Jersey, Mecca Mayhem, Showabunga 2. It's going to be a great show. It'll be my first match back in almost a year. Fucking crazy, I know, but come on, man. Please support Invictus Pro Wrestling next month, March 22nd. Please show up also in New Jersey. Don't know who my opponent is yet, but please support. April 24th, we are wrestling. Apparently, I have an opponent that Pete's very excited about for me. I'm excited for it too. Please also support. And listen, there's going to be a lot of things popping up in this playthrough that I'm really excited about. But listen, y'all, you can always stay tuned with me. Follow me at Big Game Leroy on Twitter and Instagram. You can add me on Facebook if you're old and a grandpa or grandma. You know, add me Leroy Green or whatever. And then you can always support my merch. ProWrestlingTees.com/buy Big Game Leroy. All right. Cool. I think I did that all in one take. One take. Leroy.
Yes.
That's how you do it, Ray.
Again, I'm gonna rewatch my intro later and just be like,
you gotta study the footage. You gotta get the footage. You gotta get the footage.
I gotta get the footage just to.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you, man.
No
we
problem.
Can't wait
Thanks
to see you
for
back in
having
the
me.
ring.
Thanks for the good convo. Thanks for the good convo.
Hey, anytime, bro. You're more than welcome to come back.
Awesome. I'll hold you
Thank
to
you again,
that.
brother.
Hey, man.
Again, man.
Toe tags on Knucklehead on Instagram, whatever. Just hit up Gigi. You can write me a letter. It don't matter. We make it
All
work.
right, as long as you don't Simon Miller or me, you know what I mean?
No. You came on the podcast, so we ain't got no beef.
All right. All right. Appreciate y'all.
Yep.
I'll let y'all.
Have a good one,
Peace,
brother.
bro.
Night. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Game Leroy. Yes. Good shit. Great. Can't wait to see him back in the ring. Please hold. Speaking about people coming back to the ring.
Uh-oh. Ray's coming back to the ring.
No.
No.
Oh.
Let's talk about this. The Rock, Roman, Cody, Seth. Oh!
It's gonna be the best tag team match ever. Because that's what they set up. Like anyone, Stevie Wonder could see that they set up a tag match. No, I'm not coming back to the ring.
Yo.
No.
You need to come back to the ring, Ray.
I do want to, but not the way that everyone wants me to. That will be. It's gonna happen eventually. But
yeah,
that tag match though, like if this was anyone else but The Rock, I feel like this would be the tag match for Elimination Chamber. Like that's how you sell out that show. You do that tag match that sets up for Mania to have whatever you're gonna do at Mania. Because remember, like they would do that back for No Way Out. It would be like they did the tag match with I think it was Xena, Shawn.
Listen, they
Batista
don't
and
have
Taker?
Roman.
I think.
They don't have Roman or The Rock right now. What scheduled or advertised?
Yeah.
Right. And when is that? 2 weeks?
February 24th. Yeah, 2 weeks.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, that was a J.
5 o'clock in the morning. Don't forget that.
Yes, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Nah, fuck that. I'm watching it on my time. My time starts at 7 with the kickoff, and then at 8, and I will pretend that I will see it. Listen, and we're all gonna get the highlights. There's nothing that cannot be spoiled when it comes to wrestling. All right, we're consistently on the internet.
Then you stumped her with the right back shit.
On the internet. And that's another announcement, actually. Thank you, Tony Khan, for coming on here, because I forgot it's Boss Town, right? We're gonna circle to that. This shit that happened tonight and that bitch ass slap that The Rock did to Cody Rhodes' face. Yo,
That was great. That was just like
they were letting them slightly curse, like, yo, talk to him. Because let that shit happen again. It's going to be on. We're trying to get uncensored here. And it felt good. Because you know what? This is something we did not see coming.
yeah.
They knew we hated it, so they were like, fuck it. They hate it. Let's make them hate it more. This is the
like,
route that
I
they're
saw it
going.
coming. Only Toe and Lay apparently saw this coming.
Yo, bro. Once Cody Rhodes' music hit, I knew this was happening. When he debuted at WrestleMania to fight Seth, I knew it was. In my head, I was like, The Rock and Cody are gonna have a fucking problem.
Yeah.
Boom. I knew it. It was there, writing on the wall.
Ray, do you still think that CM Punk's injury is a work?
Oh no, definitely not. Like after surgery comments and all that, I'm like, it would have been too perfect just because of everything. But I'm like,
what if they made it into a movie?
Nah. The thing is this, because of
it was me,
all the like insanity that's going on right now, CM Punk getting injured, you could see derailed a lot.
Yeah.
Like Punk needed to be a part of this just to, this is a reason why we get this. This is why we could do this. So that way we can now do this. Now it's like, fuck, how do we get to here? You know? Like Punk was part of this plan.
Never thought about this backup plan.
Yeah. No, and the problem is Toe said it best though. It's like their backup plan was almost too good that they're like, fuck, we kind of still have to do this. Because our plan B was amazing. People were okay with it till they weren't okay with it anymore. That's the issue.
Because they said everyone wanted The Rock versus Roman, and they were like, "Yo, if we can't get The Rock, but whatever plan B is Cody," and they plan B the shit out of it, and then The Rock said, "Hey, guess what? I'm available," and everybody says, "Well,
The Rock had to be available.
You fucked up our
now
plan
being
B.
part of the board, and with everything that has fallen down between Vince, the allegations, Brock Lesnar, everything, and now the feds are into it. They need to, as a business, as a company, try to cut ties, because you cannot think of WWE or WWF without thinking about Vince McMahon.
Mm-hmm.
And it will never happen. 20 years can go down, 40 years can go down, 60 years can go down, and Vince McMahon will still be spoken about.
Yep. Vince McMahon, Hogan, Ric Flair, Sting, Andre the Giant, and Undertaker. You can't never get rid of them.
It's
never get rid of them.
It's part of the history.
Yeah.
Overall. And no matter what our opinions are about Vince McMahon through these allegations and then John Laurinaitis and shit like that, Rock was put in a very sticky situation that either A, he didn't want to really be in, but B, understands the job.
Yeah.
It's a job. This is where we're at.
But yo, also, I'm pretty sure that his mother was on some, you better do this shit. Because, yo, he grew up with his mom running the shit in Hawaii, his grandmother running the shit. Like, yo, my man is like, if anybody could run this shit, it's me. You know what I'm saying? Because, yo, not for nothing. If I was somebody running, if I was Tony Khan and they was like, we need somebody to run a football team, I think I could do it. I've been here firsthand with my pops. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's going to be good at it, but I know for a fact he got some outside influences, and to bring the name back for the whole family in the business, the entire family got showcased on that screen.
Yeah, so with XFL.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, he didn't do it in the NFL. He wasn't a professional football player either. He sucked at football. But you know what I'm saying?
You know, there's other things that circling on the internet where it's like, you failed. Well, matter of fact, I think it was in our group chat, right? You try to say,
I put that in there.
XFL flop.
Failed.
Yeah. Right? DC Universe, Black Adam flop.
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually like the movie, but whatever. Maybe I'm biased because of Rock, but whatever. And now trying to save WWE and supuestamente a flop. But let's be real. Think about this. It's rare that we see somebody else in charge that is not Vince McMahon. And not to like, I'm gonna just put it out there.
Yeah.
Have Dwayne The Rock Johnson, a Samoan, Afro-Latino, all this other shit. Right? Samoan, Black. He represents really people of color.
Yeah.
We all love him. No matter what. That's the fucking Rock. We all love him. How fun is it right now for us as fans to get heel Rock?
A lot. Yo, you know, effectively what The Rock did was change the argument from AEW versus WWE to The Rock versus Cody. Because now that's what everybody's talking about. Everybody's making videos. The Rock versus Cody. Who do we want? Cody got to finish the story, but that's The Rock. That's the Brahma Bull. They effectively changed the narrative of Vince and all the shit they're doing to The Rock and Cody.
And Cody delivered that shit really good today.
Yeah.
He's like, so you can see which one of you is the real head of the table. I'm like, oh, shit. He said the thing.
But it just sucks that we don't have Cody's brother here. Because not for nothing, Goldust. Dustin, he was a huge part of the Attitude Era. He was there, you know what I'm saying? Like,
here's the thing, though.
If you want to put family versus family, the only family Cody got is his brother. His father's not there. You know, his father would be part of this.
Dustin's not gonna work. You guys, that to me is not gonna sell it. I think when you think about the Rhodes versus the Samoans, right? In aspect and thought, it's cool, absolutely. But the shape that The Rock is in versus the shape that Dustin is in, it's for me, it's not
visually.
No, and it's not just that. But if you really think about Dustin, he didn't really start his own company. He helped his brother start. He was the brother of the EVP. And Dust, I'm not taking anything away from Goldust, but I think when you bring it to athleticism and caliber and everything like that, the upper hand would be the Samoans versus the Rose brothers in that aspect. And I just don't see it working. If Goldust was a lot younger in its prime, yes, let's go for that. But to see him now, he'll get murdered. You see how they get treated over there.
Yeah, but I mean, like, physically to go in the ring, I think he would outlast The Rock in a match because he's still doing it. But the natural Dustin Rhodes,
no, it's a good match.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying anything.
No, I get in terms of stature, he doesn't reach The Rock's level. But just the fact that it's like, if you want to talk about family, Cody Rhodes does have a family member that can, you know, now unless you're gonna bring in fucking Ted DiBiase Jr., you know what I'm saying? Like, there's not much that Cody could do in terms of if they wanted to gang jump him. There's no family there.
He got family. He got a oos.
Which is a part of the other family.
But they don't acknowledge him.
This match is going to be full of Samoans. It's just going to be on both sides.
But they don't acknowledge him.
Yeah, right? But that's why I made the video, because they know what they're doing. I said that you see, this is the first time that they have something major popping off without Vince there. Right. Without that other brain to think of other ideas or the pushback to do this or that. But you could see that what's happening is somewhat tentative because it's their first time, so they're nervous. You know what I'm saying? It's still coming out good. It's getting you the results and shit. But it's the fans that are driving this, where part of me doesn't like it because I'm a fan of, this is what the fuck you got, and now just deal with it. Because how many times have they done something we don't like, but it's like, oh, that actually turned out pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so it's like, we wanted The Rock, they gave us The Rock, and now we said we don't want it, we want Cody.
It's not that. You know what it is? They gave The Rock, they gave us Rock, right? Bad timing. We want it. We will always want it. As fans, we will always want it. But it's about timing. If it was SummerSlam, cool. Survivor Series, let's just put Major 4, except Royal Rumble, because Royal Rumble is the end chapter of wrestling's year. I don't give a fuck about these season premiere shits.
Yeah.
All right. The Royal Rumble is the beginning and the end. The end of the whole fucking year, beginning because we get to see the Royal Rumble to start writing the chapter, the next chapter, or just overall the next storybook. Maybe we close it on this generation, start a whole new book. How many encyclopedias does WWE have from the first fucking edition that they ever pulled out till now?
Shit.
Way too many.
Yeah.
So maybe this is that time. We close this book. Vince McMahon's era has concluded as of the Royal Rumble. There's a lot of shit. That's it. Our way to, like, this is the intro into this new book that we're about to endure with WWE, and it involves the most electrifying man in all of sports entertainment.
Yeah.
Wayne "The Rock" Johnson, our tribal chief, because we the ones. Roman Reigns. And then we have Cody Rhodes, who we all know the story. Let's be real. He was in the WWE. Family, royalty, the Rhodes, boom. He left, that was done. He created a bucket list. He got through that bucket list. Became EVP of a whole brand new company that we've been seeing of just independent wrestling out there. New Japan, just all over the place. It went crazy and insane. Ran that for a bit. That was done. Came back home to pretty much be in a shitload of fucking shit without realizing he was walking in all of that, while creating a whole new name, whole new persona of himself. And there's not many people in the wrestling industry that has done it like Cody Rhodes. If you ever see the Young Bucks go to WWE, everything would explode.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Super kicks everywhere.
And if they ever face the Usos, we might get trapped into another fucking dimension. That's how many super kicks have we thrown. They will break the time barrier.
Facts. But I'm excited for what WrestleMania is going to bring us.
Yeah.
Now what do we really know? We say, okay, we see a tag match, but let's not forget Seth Rollins is still injured.
That's what I see, a 4-way. Because I don't know if you saw this. I only saw the video. I didn't see the whole thing. When The Rock came out the first time, he showed the bumped Rollins. A little boop and walked past him. So he already initiated beef with Rollins.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I caught the live feed a little bit later where I don't remember who was talking.
Yeah, so on Twitter, they have the video of Roman going, "I choose The Rock." And it's just like, that's not how it works. And then The Rock comes out and he walks out. He's looking at the crowd and he just boom to Seth. Bow. And then walks past and then looks at the crowd and does all that other shit. Like that's the clip that I saw. So he's already initiating contact with Seth. And with Seth going, I need to get back on Cody, and this ain't the real champion. And I'm noticing they're cutting promos on each other. It's like, wait a minute. This is too good of a setup, because if you have Seth versus Cody versus Rock versus Roman, now you don't have to worry about 2 world titles in 2 main events. You got 1 main event and the women do the other main event. But now you also have Sami Zayn and Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania wrestling each other. They're setting up a lot of stuff. It might be inadvertent, or this might be the plan, because now Jey Uso's going after Gunther. So Gunther, that initial challenge of Seth Rollins is gone. Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn have a problem, but the thing is, if you can't get the people to get back a 4-way, you can always put Drew in there with Seth, because that's the angle they're going at. So they're playing all sides right now. Mm-hmm. And that's where I'm getting it's a little tentative, because you don't know where they're going. But when you start seeing the bigger picture, this becomes almost fucking Age of Ultron fucking when you watch the movie, it's like, this shit wasn't that good. But after you see all the others, it's like, oh, Age of Ultron set up so much shit. You know what I'm saying? So there's a possibility that this could be the most established WrestleMania we get to before we got to it in a long time.
And I hope so. That's the hope here, because it is WrestleMania 40, the big 4-0.
Yeah.
That's one fucking accomplishment that no other wrestling organization ever has pulled. Will they eventually pull it? Yeah. Will we care about that time? Maybe.
Yeah.
But I hate to say it, it's the WWE. WWE. It's Broadway.
Think about this, Gigi. Brock versus Goldberg was 20 years ago.
Wait, when they both got booed out?
Yeah, WrestleMania 20. Stop. Eddie Guerrero won the WWE title, the Undisputed Championship, 20 years ago. That's crazy. That is crazy. 20 years ago.
That's wild.
I was just thinking about that shit. Like, yo, we're at 40. All this happened at 20. Yo, that's 20 years ago. Holy shit.
We look good though for 40.
Yeah, word.
And
I was
still
telling
have
my
the hairline.
yeah, I was telling my boys like, yo, one of the greatest matches I've ever seen was Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels. He goes, when was that? I said, was that WrestleMania 19 or 21? Yo, that was almost 20 years ago. Holy shit. Holy shit. Yeah. Think about it, bro.
Damn.
I grew up watching WrestleMania 10, which was 30 years ago. The fucking ladder match between Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon.
Damn, that was classic.
Time is flying by, and we saw a lot of fucking history.
And then a lot of shit literally is unfolding.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of skeletons out of the closet is coming out.
Yeah. And the Click is running the joint.
The Click is running the fucking joint. Not only the Click is running the joint, but the Samoans got a hand in it too.
You know what's crazy, Gigi? If you think about it, you know how I say history repeats itself? WCW was ran by the Click and Hogan. Right now, WWE is being run by the Click and The Rock. If The Rock isn't the next Hogan, holy shit.
Yo. It would fit that timeline too on top of that. Shit. Except there's a difference. Rock got more swag.
Oh yeah. And he's not gonna be a full-time professional wrestler. All these people that are running, they're done with wrestling. They're trying to push the
He's doing
the future.
His job. It's WrestleMania.
Yeah.
WrestleMania is the granddaddy of them all. WrestleMania is when you go all in, all out, balls out.
Yeah. And yeah, that's what it is.
You can do that shit with SummerSlam, but compared to WrestleMania, that is our fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
WrestleMania is wrestling fans' Super Bowl.
Yeah. It's funny when people go like, yo, I want to go out there and put the best match I can every night.
And
but WrestleMania is WrestleMania.
Show, depending on what rapper from that city wants to go ahead and say.
Yeah, right.
So they'll get somebody from up here or somebody around.
Yeah.
We got a halftime show too.
Meek Mills or some shit.
Word. We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
While Tony Khan is figuring out Boston, Massachusetts with a dollar.
He might as well have just said fucking Mercedes is gonna. You know
I don't know why he didn't.
Like I said, it's taking more and more of an effort for me to watch it because AEW is becoming, I don't want to say repetitive, but it's getting to the point where it's like, all right, bro, you're losing a lot of the shit that you came up with. Like your individuality is being lost, and you're turning into like a failed attempt of WWE. Like not the WWE now, the WWE before. And Tony Khan is literally a guy, I don't know what to do. I'm going to make an announcement. And your announcement is that something is going to happen in the future. Bro, you say you're an announcement, I'm not watching this shit. I don't give a fuck what. If he would have said Mercedes Moné is coming March 13th at fucking Big Business, blah, 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 I'd have been like, okay, cool. It's confirmed. Mercedes Moné is in AEW. And I still wouldn't have gave a shit. He does that shit so much that no matter what he says, I don't give a shit.
His announcement has an announcement.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's think about that. His announcement has an announcement.
And not for nothing, I would have been on some, there's going to be a special match with the women to signify the number one contendership after Revolution. And then people could be like, oh, Mercedes is going to debut then, blah, 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 blah. And then, doom, there you go. Mercedes, she debuts there.
So I don't take anything away from Tony Khan. Why? Because the fact that I'm not gonna say I'm biased, but I do have a little biasness. When it comes to TK, because I was able to meet him, talk to him. But when you have the camera on you, and I can see all the cue cards that I'm reading, I'm distracted by watching your eyes move to the cue cards before you move back to the camera.
Yeah.
And like I noticed these small things, and I'm like, man, I can see him reading the cue cards. Like, we don't need this. We don't need to do this. There's certain things we need to start cutting back on. Cutting back on these big announcements. Don't make a big announcement. Making a big announcement, you're just showing off.
Yeah.
We see the writing literally on the wall. Boston is spelled with one S, not two.
Yeah.
And those two S's is with dollar signs. We know what's going on. We know that Mercedes didn't sign with WWE. It would
She'd
have
have
been
been there, right?
dope.
Yeah.
But you know what? Let Bailey have her moment because she deserves this as well.
She does.
You know,
Yes, she
and
does.
I think that's imagine if that was like a big thing. Like, you can win the Royal Rumble. No, I want Bailey to win. I don't want to win. Bailey needs to win. She needs the main event to fucking WrestleMania, and she is. That's what I'm fucking talking about. But just everything else that's just kind of falling into place. You know, you don't need to make the announcement.
Yeah.
It just let it happen. Let it naturally happen. That is the problem with AEW. AEW is not letting things naturally happen.
Yeah.
Everything is getting leaked. Everybody knows of everything. You know, it needs to stop.
And that has to happen with all of wrestling. AEW the most, because every single surprise they had was ruined. CM Punk, the fucking Ruby Soho, like the fucking everything their announcements was ruined apparently because the fucking Boston Garden already announced they're doing an AEW event there.
So here's my take, right? I didn't mind it at the beginning.
Yeah.
But when it got repetitive, that's when it started. Ruby Soho, I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I'll be real. I thought that was cool. But how they're using her now.
That's my issue with them getting Mercedes. Like I told Ray, I said, I think if I'm not mistaken, this is hearsay, but I think the contract is like 5 years, $20 million or some shit like that. And I told Ray, I said, this is the easiest money Mercedes is gonna make, because it's not like they go all out for the women to begin with. And how many people come into this business, into this company, and they have their match, they lose their title match, and then they're relegated to something else. I wouldn't be surprised if she loses her match, their title match, and then starts a faction with like fucking mix it up. What's her name?
Red Velvet.
Red Velvet. You know, Red Velvet and someone else. They have their own little baddies club or whatever, like faction again or some shit like that. I honestly do not foresee this whole thing that everyone is guesstimating because of the engine that's running AEW. Like you could see, like when Jade came to WWE, yes, she was green. She needs to work on her craft a little bit more. But everyone had these grand ideas, and you can see it happening because the WWE is going to push those grand ideas. AEW, we have all these grand ideas, and we don't see any of it.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, Circle of Debate? Ruby Soho, not for nothing, should have been champion at least once.
Word. I concur. If it's not AEW, then TBS.
Yeah.
Especially now how they're just playing freaking hot potato with that shit.
Yeah.
Julie Hart is doing a really good job. But I don't know. I need to see a little bit more. I don't know what more is, but I need to see, where's Athena? Is she still injured? Is she injured?
I have no
I don't
idea.
watch ROH, so I'm a little bit lost. I try to catch the little highlights, but just a lot going on in wrestling right now. Why, Rocky? Why did you have to slap Cody like Will Smith did to Chris Rock, nigga?
So apparently she suffered a broken nose on December 5th. So I don't know if she's still.
Like it's February.
Yeah, I don't. So I don't know.
Is it as bad as Dijak punching Eli Dragon on his nose? Yo.
Yeah, it doesn't.
That shit was wild.
Cena later posted on social media the X-rays revealed her broken nose, but she still plans on wrestling in Ring of Honor Final Battle December 5th. Yeah, so they just don't have her out. They just don't. She still wanted to wrestle in fucking 10 days after she broke her nose, so they're not doing nothing.
Where is she? I want to see her.
Not for nothing, Gigi. With all these fucking shows AEW have, they can afford to have a woman's fucking dominant show. If Collision was a woman's dominant show, I think it would benefit them. And I say women dominance because they'll still be on the other shows. But this is the one that we have like 3 or 4 women's matches and 1 men match.
It's just that no, they need to be given time because there's a lot of charismatic women that are out there ready to just like fucking showcase what they got, personality, character, just everything. They don't showcase it enough. And I really wish that they did. And I really wish it wouldn't always be in a tag team match where these tag teams sometimes don't make sense. Or we've seen it, but we're not really. Why are we having tag team women's matches if we're not going to have tag team women's belts?
Yeah.
I'm tired of seeing fucking tag teams that are tag teams, but we're not going for the belts. We have multiple tag teams on both brands, on both companies, WWE, AEW, where we have tag teams, but no one's going for those belts. No one's going for the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Not like that. Yo, if I was a fucking tag team, I'll be on their asses the way R-Truth is on their asses.
Yo, facts.
Like, nah, we gonna fuck with you. Back of the line. Go fuck yourself. Let's go.
And, yo, even that's looking like it's about to be the fucking Awesome Truth versus Judgment Day at WrestleMania. You literally have 7 tag teams.
Protected at all times.
No, he is. Yeah, but you literally have 7 tag teams. They pulled out their ass to do this fucking tag team elimination shit just to have a brand new tag team come back to wrestle Judgment Day at WrestleMania. But it's true though. Every division needs their moment, and they need somebody they need common sense to happen. Like Gunther right now. Him alone is carrying the Intercontinental division, but I cannot distinguish who's in that division.
Well, it's gonna be Jey Uso.
All of a sudden,
Jey Uso,
yeah,
challenged him, and you know what? Let's go.
I mean,
Uso is the one that's going to defeat Gunther. Why? Because he was not the one that defeated Roman.
Yeah.
But he was the one that pinned Roman.
Yeah. And Gunther's the next world champion.
He's taking Seth's place.
Yeah. He has to. If he doesn't, I'm sorry, but this Intercontinental run will be for nothing. It will be for nothing.
Yep. Wait, we've all been discussing for the women's shows so they can do it. Talented that they didn't have opportunities to show themselves on TV. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And listen, there's a lot of and the Attitude Era with the women's wrestling they had there. I want to say there was 7 or 8 wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
And
there was more than that. No, there was more than that. It's just that we felt like it was just only 7 or 8 because that's all we fucking saw.
Because most of them were delegated to like valets, and they weren't really wrestlers. They were just in matches. Yeah,
absolutely.
But now we literally have an entire company full of women's wrestlers.
We legit
this is
stardom.
this is really like the best age to be a woman wrestler right now, and they really need to capitalize on that shit. Because I'm sorry, where the fuck is Willow?
Willow's been on Rampage. She's just won a match.
But like, why is Willow not TBS champion or some shit? Like, she has the charisma to fucking go and do shit.
So Willow right now is in a storyline with Chris Statlander, and Stokely, where Stokely's trying to just be the manager of Chris Statlander, but Statlander is like, but this is my best friend. You have to take her too, and he's not too happy with. They're in their own storyline. That's why. Everybody has to be in their own storyline depending on where they're at. You, sir, don't watch AEW like that. That's why you're like, where the fuck is she? She's there. You're just not watching. You need to watch. Start watching. So fucking what? If you, I can't watch it. No.
I need her front and center.
No. It's not that you can't watch it. It's that you won't watch it. Stop that.
Well, the Rampage I can't watch because usually if I'm on the tour in the show, I can't. But
you don't have DVR? You mean you can't record that?
I shit you not. My pops has that shit literally full of like old Chicago PD fucking episodes and the fucking Masked Singer from 2005.
I hear excuses from you.
No. I don't touch that. Literally, I don't touch none of that shit. I watch it online.
You can do. You have a phone, right?
Not anymore. I gave it a big game Leroy for his match.
Yeah, okay. So you have a phone. You can download the app of the company that you have. Be like, I got this shit. And then you can watch it. Boop, boop. On demand. Excuses. Stop making excuses. There's a lot of good wrestling on AEW. There's a lot of inconsistency in AEW, yes. But there's a lot of good matches, dude.
What kills me, to be honest with you, is the extra shit. Like the matches I can watch, no problem. But the extra shit they do to drive storyline is like, yo, it's so fucking amateur. Like it's starting to be like, yo, the Young Bucks literally should have came in, hit Sting with a bat, hit his sons with a bat, and stood there and BT triggered fucking Darby Allin, did their pose and leave. We didn't need 45 minutes of them fucking up Sting.
What was it?
You know what I'm saying? And then when Donna Purrazzo, Donna Purrazzo, when Tony Storm was holding on to the ankle lock for so long, and then she walked in the ring and they're just staring at each other, I'm like, one of y'all should have left or you should have started fighting. I don't know why we need this awkward stare down real quick. This is like, we know why you do it in WWE.
I'm going to have to stop you right there because Tony Storm is a movie star.
Yeah.
And she cannot do this. Tony Storm, let me tell you right now, if anybody's bringing the women's division to any life to this women's division, it is Tony Storm bringing in a fucking character from like the 1920s.
Marilyn Monroe.
Everything that she fucking does is black and white. The fact that her promo that she had on stage, on TV, her side was black and white. And the other side was color.
I'm just saying that one part of them doing that.
But wait, it's still brand new. You have to give it some time to let it develop. It's still very brand new. You got to give that shit some time to develop. All right. Yes, they have history, but you know what? They don't have history in AEW. So they're building on that. You got to let that shit build. Like Tony Storm right now is doing the best that she can with the women's division.
I'm not, all right. Maybe it's a misunderstanding. I'm not saying the story is bad. I'm saying the way that they're doing it is like Donna Purrazzo came out standing in front of her face. There was no like threat of her fucking this girl. Like, you would have thought that there was a stipulation if she touches Tony Storm, she gets fired from AEW. And then when Tony Storm finally leaves and that dude in the white coat just pointing, not saying nothing, she's just standing there like if he's not there. at least hit him. You do like I want to believe that y'all gonna have a match at one point. You know what I'm saying? Like you went in there to save this girl's ankle and we're there looking at each other. Like we don't even stare at each other that long in person. Like if you walk the street and someone stared at you, we fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like
Tony Storm in character.
No.
Gonna do.
Yeah, but like then the Young Bucks kicking the shit out of Sting for 25 minutes. It was like, all right.
No, but what's dope is that the white suits got all red.
Yeah.
And bloody. I like that. It's like, yo, come on, paint the canvas. That was pretty cool. Now, my shit, Blackpool Combat Club versus CMLL Luchadores.
Yeah.
Now that some parts were like they were a little off, but overall, you can't take your eyes off that match, man. You was gonna miss something. That shit was fire.
Yeah.
I mean, Homeboy was fucking in a match with Bryan Danielson just like a few days ago.
Yeah. See, it's shit like that when AEW first started, it was almost like they said, yo, everyone go out there and introduce yourselves to the world. And when they introduce themselves, like, we're a different company than WWE. We're a different company than TNA and WCW and all that other shit. We're something different. Now they fell into the we're not different anymore.
It's because Tony Khan lost his way. That's why.
Yeah.
You can't be friends and a businessman at the same time. It's not going to work. You're not being affirmative of your position. Why? Because you want to be everybody's friend. You can't be everybody's friend. You know, you have to be able to deliver hard ass fucking messages, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
And it you don't really see that in TK. But you know, that's what separates a young person, a young individual who is literally breaking their way in to this industry with using the help of indeed Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and then Chris Jericho on top of that. You made a new name for wrestling fans, right? Thing is that it's turning a little sour, but there's still a lot of greatness to it at the same time. So here's the hope that the greatness that we see in these wrestling matches will lead into something much better and much greater, because it's still a baby. We're getting to the stages now of building a little bit more stability. But eventually, AEW, I mean, it's just wrestling. There's so much good wrestling. I'm not here for all the stories. And as long as you give me a good wrestling match that I can be like, yo, that was fire, I'm with it.
No, I'm here for the rest. I appreciate that you could put on a pay-per-view and you get your money's worth.
But even like a regular show, not all fucking matches are gonna hit.
Yeah,
not all of Dynamite matches are gonna hit. Not all of Rampage matches is gonna hit. Not all of Saturday is gonna fucking hit. But you are gonna get some of those matches that are gonna hit. That was pretty fucking cool to see.
No, yeah. But last thing before we go, because we went over time like always, but you know me, I only say this because I expect more. I want more out of both of these fucking companies. You know, I don't do this shit maliciously. Even when I talk about a wrestler, I want them to be better because I see them being better. It's just like right now I'm at the stage was like when we see in the gyms and all the other stuff I see on TV, and I'm like, you have the ability to give us more than that. So now, like, even if I'm going to be the only one to say it, I'm demanding more from you sir, because you have this production. You know what I'm saying?
You're never satisfied, are you?
No, no, not after 35 years of this shit. I want more from you guys. In production value. In wrestling, you're there. You're top tier, but production value. Give these people that platform that they deserve. You know what I'm saying? They go out extra for the Young Bucks and the Lucha Bros. When DMD, when she was champion, every title defense seemed like a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like Kenny Omega's champion, the TNA champion. He was the belt collector and shit like that. They have done this and gave him people. Wardlow, when he won the TBS championship, that the story he was in with MJF, they gave these people the platform. It's just, I don't want that platform to sink after every time someone's done with their run. Keep it up there. You set a standard. Keep that standard up there for everyone.
Yep.
And that's my final notes of the day before we sign out. You got anything else to add? Or?
No, I'm good.
All right. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead signing out. Thank you, Big Game Leroy, for joining us.
Sure.
I don't know where Ray went, but he's probably going through a table or anything. So, peace, everybody.